Making money the Ray Trey's way. Richie, Mr. Ray, Mr. Ray Trades, catching those level to levels, the mastermind, main host with the most, ripping the J's on stream, living the Puerto Rican dream. Got Mr. Mitch Gamma, the freak with the Greeks, professor in the lab, giving out the prescription, making all of the reads. Lomeli, ICT, finding FBGs and scalping away, hitting TP, chatting code RT, Ron G with the eating vibe, bossing that oil and Y. I'm damn near everyday Alan Zang. Mr. Midnight, giving out gems, catching bangers, always winning the most. These are the best of the best. Project 365 hosts, Project 365. Not free, everyday drop account giveaways. Trade in the mastermind way. Projector 65. Trading live every day. Projector 65. Making money the Ray Trey's way. Richie, Mr. Ray, Mr. Ray Trades, catching those level to levels, the mastermind, main host with the most, ripping the J's on stream, living the Puerto Rican dream. Got Mr. Mitch Gamma, the freak with the Greeks, professor in the lab, giving out the prescription, making all of the reads. Lomeli, ICT, finding FBGs and scalping away, hitting TP, chatting code RT, Ron G with the eating vibe, bossing that oil and Y. I'm damn near everyday Alan Zang. Mr. Midnight, giving out gems, catching bangers, always winning the most. These are the best of the best. Project 365 hosts, Project 365. Not free, everyday drop account giveaways. Trade in the mastermind way. Projector 65. Trading live every day. Projector 65. Making money the Ray Trey's way. Richie, Mr. Ray, Mr. Ray Trades, catching those level to levels, the mastermind, main host with the most, ripping the J's on stream, living the Puerto Rican dream. Got Mr. Mitch Gamma, the freak with the Greeks, professor in the lab, giving out the prescription, making all of the reads. Lomeli, ICT, finding FBGs and scalping away, hitting TP, chatting code RT, Ron G with the eating vibe, bossing that oil and Y. I'm damn near everyday Alan Zang. Mr. Midnight, giving out gems, catching bangers, always winning the most. These are the best of the best. Project 365 hosts, Project 365. Not free, everyday drop account giveaways. Trade in the mastermind way. Projector 65. Trading live every day. Projector 65. Making money the Ray Trey's way. Richie, Mr. Ray, Mr. Ray Trades, catching those level to levels, the mastermind, main host with the most, ripping the J's on stream, living the Puerto Rican dream. Got Mr. Mitch Gamma, the freak with the Greeks, professor in the lab, giving out the prescription, making all of the reads. Lomeli, ICT, finding FBGs and scalping away, hitting TP, chatting code RT, Ron G with the eating vibe, bossing that oil and Y. I'm damn near everyday Alan Zang. Mr. Midnight, giving out gems, catching bangers, always winning the most. These are the best of the best. Project 365 hosts, Project 365. Not free, everyday drop account giveaways. Trade in the mastermind.
What's up, everybody? Hello. How we doing? Bear with me here, guys. I'm trying to get a couple things figured out. Still got my
trading live every day. Projector 65. Making money the Ray Trey's way.
Oh, can you hear me? There we go. Victoria KNQ, what's up? Ian Sepko. Vish Flex. How is it going?
Living the Puerto Rican dream. Got Mr. Mitch Gamma, the freak with the Greeks.
Zacho, Miggy, Matterman, what's up, guys? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here. Sorry, I'm just getting myself situated. Kind of a wild one. Obviously, I'm in a very speculative long here. Yeah, Peter, volatility was present. We will kind of do a little review here. Just give me 1 minute, guys. I've got to get my shit together. Wrapping one thing up. Obviously, you can see that I am in this little speculative long, thinking if we get kind of a squeeze move, it's really nothing serious. I'm not actually believing it happens. If anything, I think I'll probably get stopped out. My guess is that if we don't get this pop over 70, we could probably come back down. But we'll go ahead and cover that here in just a minute. But I hope you guys are doing well. I hope nobody got their cheeks clapped in the market this morning. I did advise a lot of caution. This is kind of the exact scenario I envisioned happening, if I'm going to be honest with you. We'll kind of go over why that is here in a second. Gordito, what's up? If we get above that 7,400 green bar, it looks pretty thin up there. Yeah, so keep in mind, this is the pre-market positioning. So we're going to go over kind of what the afternoon looks like. Yeah, Vish, that's what I was worried about. Some people really, today was a day you kind of fuck around and find out, unfortunately. So size down, a little bit goes a long ways, kind of a day. But we'll kind of get into some things here. Just give me 1 minute. All right. How are you comfortable risking 2 ES cons with wide stop, if you don't mind me asking? Accepting risk, man. It is what it is. But again, these are props, so it's like, how much do you spend versus how much can you make? I know you guys have probably heard Jake talk about that before. That's kind of largely the same thing. Is I've already got fundeds that I got plenty of this down move on last night. So today, if I'm going to take a little long on a fresh funded, I'm going to give myself a little 10-point stop here and see what we get. You know, obviously this is a little bit more, but I want to account for this range. So, yep, ROI. If I can turn this into a payout, who gives a shit, you know? It's not real money. I'm not really risking $1,000. I'm risking what I paid for the account and, you know, the time it spent me to pass it, which was 2 days and 2 trades. So there you go. What if large position strikes but volatility messed things up? Didn't hold the way they usually do. You just answered your own question, Vish. When there's volatility, right, things can move more than you think. And those positions are, those positions are just one piece of the puzzle, right? They behave one way, but not the only way. Because volatility and flow can render those things kind of meaningless in the sense of those reactions that you bank on are not as powerful or as reliable because flow and volatility means that those reactions are not cut and dried, right? Because they are reactions. Market makers and how they manage those positions react to what spot price is doing. What we are looking at is, are those reactions behaving the way we would expect? And how can we trade off of that if that reaction influences that flow, right? So same thing here. If I'm longing this, I'm looking for a potential pop on kind of like a squeeze of shorts getting squeezed. Everything below having to turn and burn the other direction. But right now, this strike, oh, this was a short from earlier, sorry. Get that off there. Everything we know about this position is that this is kind of a resistance to us right now. So if we look at the actual intraday positioning here, and we kind of start telling our story a little bit, right? This is why I drew those arrows. Everything about down below is kind of supporting us passively. So if we're not even testing this kind of low of the day, inherently it means that we are kind of popping up. So if we're holding over this strike, we're pointed here. But you can see where we might want to go if we can clear this resistance here. Is that making sense? So Victoria, to your point, if we clear that 7,400, that can become kind of a supportive range. If we fail it, then that arrow starts pointing us back down somewhere else, right? Which is coincidentally where we kind of held at the London close to go higher. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys that have been here for a while. But all it takes is one nasty headline in a volatile environment, right? You've got VIX getting crushed from that initial move from the overnight, right? All that volatility, we got a little pop and now it can't even sniff 20. Now we're dropping. But do we actually lose 19 and do we continue dropping? Is all that risk really out of the market? That's kind of the gamble you're making right now. So but if you guys have been paying attention, I've kind of been calling for this move. I've been waiting for this kind of downside to play out. If we looked left across all those overnight sessions and these sells, they kept rebounding, but I was waiting for this spot here to drop off. 75.70 was kind of our line in the sand for upside. We popped above it and failed it. We consolidated all day yesterday, and then finally we dropped that low area of 75.20. So this overnight trade off the pre-market profile, guys, was clear as day. Been waiting for that move. It was really easy to short in the overnight with confidence. The same way that I was trading that Monday position last Thursday, Friday overnight, I kept shorting that same spot at 75.70. Today's profile is very similar to those days. So if we look back to the pre-market, what you have on the screen right now for me, minus these arrows, we'll just get rid of those for now. Okay, these notes were written last night about this story. Why did I short from here? The same reason I shorted from 75.70 those other nights. Same structure, short from there to there, short from here down to here, but expect this to be support. If volatility didn't ramp, and this whole range behaved as expected down here, right? This should swallow volatility starting right here. What's up, Miss K? So if it started right here, what did we get off the open? Did volatility get absorbed? Did it get swallowed? You bet your ass it did. And what happened? Just like if you guys saw the pre-market video I put on Instagram or YouTube, what happened? It's only going to go one way. If volatility gets crushed and volatility gets absorbed and sold off, it's either going to chop and grind or it's going to fly the other direction when that volatility comes off. It's just mechanical. But what happened when we could not break out of this kind of initial area, right? If that volatility ramps and you're susceptible to it, you come right back through it. This strike right here, as we sold through that, you're going to want to test down. There are no big red positions below, no. So that's what I was telling you to look for. Coming in, what do you see? Nothing changed. Even right now, if I show you the current positioning from intraday, post-London, what does that look like, right? There is some, but if you are not down there, all of this green for 40, 50 strikes is negating that. If you're not in that, if you're not selling into that, all it's doing is passively supporting you. So if we get this breakout now, where are we likely to go? Why did I put my trim about 30 points up there? Because that can accelerate us. But until we break this little test here at 74.90-ish, we're probably not going to extend up there. So this is that high of day. Why does it equate with that spot? There's a reason. I'm long, Mike. I don't know what you're doing. I can only speak for myself. I'm not telling you to follow me. I'm just making a measured risk, right? I'm saying that I believe if we hold over this 74, 70, 65 area, and that becomes supportive, we should at least test up into this. And because it's negative positioning, if the bid is strong, if we squeeze some shorts, I would expect us to go test the top of this range. Congrats, Mike. If that's your trade, that's your trade. The best place to long was ironically down here. What's up, Philip? Thanks for coming back, man. Appreciate you being here. Oop. Get rid of that. You guys don't need to see that. I'm playing with this layout. I've been trying to modernize it a little bit and just put more focus on the screen and the charts and stuff, but it's a little goofy. I'm not going to lie to you. So hopefully you guys are down with that and you can actually see what the hell I'm talking about. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me know if that is not the case. What's up, Sebrian? I don't ever know how to pronounce your guys' name, so if I'm butchering it, I am so sorry for that. 7420 spot is big red. Should that not accelerate volatility, not pose as a slowdown? It's resistance until it's not. If we are on the other side of it, it is working against us, right? If we are below that, it is technically selling against us. It is only helping us if we push into it and through it. Red is a two-way trade. Green slows it down either side. Slows us down as we, like, why do you think we chopped on these candles for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? We're grinding in here because this is naturally selling against us. But now, if we can hold that, it should be supportive. But the reason I draw those arrows, guys, is to tell you, if you're not over that strike, what is it doing to you? It is pushing you back to a place. If we lost this strike, where are we going to go? Where did we go? Back to this balance, right? Because everything down here is pointing where? I hope this makes sense to you guys that have been here for a while. Why do we settle in certain places? Why do we stop in certain places? Why do we accelerate through certain places? If I'm holding this range, I expect to test here. If I cover that, I expect to go here. It's really simple. If then, here's your if then spot. 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 I hope that makes sense. I know there's a bunch of shit on the screen. Let's fuck it. Okay. But I believe if I draw those arrows, you guys can kind of see, why do you think we paused right here? Structurally, what is making that evident? If you are not below this or this, market makers are passively buying futures if you remain over it, which points you to a spot. I hope so, Peter. Shit. I've been doing this long enough now. But I appreciate you guys for sticking with it. But like, it makes sense to me, right? It makes sense to me visually even. It makes sense to me. This could not be more straightforward to me in a visual sense, right? But here's what would invalidate this long trade for me with this risk now for whoever was asking. Now that we have covered this, my expectation is that this should be supportive. If it is not, it would tell me that pretty quickly. I'm going to move my stop up because if we sell through this support, that kind of selling and volatility would probably mean that this is going to potentially accelerate a move back to where? Right? So I don't need that extra 5 points of risk now. Technically I could even like split this up. And like say I only want to put 5 points of risk on for one or something, right? Like this is a way that you could form this to say like, I don't think we should sell through this support now. But whoever talked earlier about volatility, this is that's the rub. Volatility is high. It does not take much. We could absolutely fall right through this, and then this is your best short of the day. This peak above what should be support that gets sold through, and all of these longs get liquidated, their stops get run. We've got market makers accelerating this move back through the range. I am just taking the opposite trade. I am looking for this, which means I am looking for this. That's all it is. I don't even know what that means, whip and post. Ephemeral rift? Emulate him until you reach critical mass. That is wild. Yeah, I have no idea what that means. I have a feeling I know what that means, but I'm not sure. Let's see here. How many years have I been trading, chasing? Like, profitably? Since the spring of 2024. Before that, I was just a signal chaser. Then I took Rick's mastermind, and the rest is history. Do you mind if I ask about your pre-trade routine? What do you want to know? The plan was written last night. I traded the plan last night in the overnight session. I caught shorts on ES and NQ the whole way down. It made today very risk off. I'm trading one of the evals that I passed on the last little bit of the move last night from basically right here. This was my trade to get out of that last eval. And then I went to bed. Or wait, no, it wasn't even that. I think it was up here. Sorry, what time was that? Yeah, it was during Alan's stream. It was like right up about midnight. I caught this last little pop. So I didn't even get to stick around for this part. But I had yeah, sorry, the time was off there. But I had SPX puts coming into the day that I was able to monetize, thankfully. So, and this is exactly, if you were short, this is the spot you would want to see that, right? You would want to see this support not actually be support and get sold back through down to here. Zero opinion on gold. No analysis. Sorry, bud. No opinion. Don't care. Not right now. But hopefully this is making sense to you guys. But yeah, when you have a plan, your pre-plan, sorry, what was that? Pre-trade routine. Unless you got more there, I don't know how to answer that question for you. I mean, like I plan my trade, I watch for behavior, I execute. But as far as like what I'm doing before I sit at the desk, like I'm dropping my kids off at camp, I'm making breakfast, I'm doing all sorts of shit. You're so lost. What in particular are you lost about? What these bars mean? What I'm looking for? Yeah, if you guys are new, my apologies, right? Like I can kind of give you a little disclaimer. But I think the big thing is if you guys are looking at my screen right now and you see all these bars on here and these arrows, it's basically market makers are holding options. Market makers have to trade futures because of the options they are holding. If they are long those positions, it means that they are selling as price moves into them from below. They are buying as price moves into them from above. Okay? The red bars mean they are accelerating. So like what you would expect to see is volatility to increase directionally, and they should be buying with that momentum. What made you decide to stay off during the open? Is it because we made a large move pre-market? Yeah, Vish, I traded that entire thing overnight, and then I had a busy morning. I had kids and work stuff, so I didn't have time to like trade the open. But I was able to monetize a couple of my puts my put spreads right off the bat. I held a couple others that I turned into a fly around this 73.50 strike on SPX, and in case we kind of ranged around and came back to it ultimately. But that's it. Chasing trades, absolutely not. Never will, no need. Never identified with it, still don't identify with it. Like if you just took an overlap and eliminated the terminology and went and took the mastermind course, I think you'd have everything that you needed. So I've just never had a desire for that. If it works for you and you trade that, great, good for you. But basically my journey was I started with the mastermind. I learned price action, trend analysis, multi-time frames, right? That's such a wild comment, trade passion, that I just saw. I don't even know what to say to that. But all I did, or why I went from just using the mastermind and price action, was I just kind of, you get curious about something. Why today? Why did that happen? I've heard people talk about VIX. Should I pay attention to that? What does it mean? And if you aren't satisfied with, I don't know, right? You start seeking out information. I sought out information. I realized there's this whole other world behind the options I was trading. I always wondered in my options chain, what is gamma? What is theta? What is vega? What is vana? All of those things, right? And I'm going, I want to know. Oh, that makes a difference. Oh, so that's why my contract bleeds out. That's why it spikes if I pay for this contract but not that one at the money. Why does the out of the money one ramp up when things get really volatile, even if it's not close to the money? Like, what is that relationship? So that's what pushed me to kind of understand what market makers' influence actually is in the market, and why certain moves ramp through 30-point ranges like that, and why other times it's a slow grind. And once I learned that I could kind of forecast things and be able to plan my trades a little more effectively around if then, like if I see this, then I expect that. That's why I started leveraging this. So if you know how market makers are positioned coming in on the day, why do you think, if I wish I didn't delete that note now, why do you think that note from last night, when I put that together at market close yesterday, I had a big square of text down here saying, I would expect things to slow down and absorb volatility right here. Having this information allows me to make that forecast because you know what should be happening in specific places. So that is why I started trading this on top of what I learned from Jake in the mastermind. But if you want to get caught up in buzzwords and different things, and you need a super complicated explanation for why this is happening here or there, or a hypothetical, there's somebody that's going to sell you something out there somewhere. So I think even Christian, who's after me, if you're new here, he trades ICT concepts. I'm pretty sure if you asked him, and I think he's even said this before, he doesn't use all of it, but something made more sense to him than just using the mastermind system with ICT concepts. You'll have to ask him why that is, but not for me. I don't see the point. It's a very recent thing too, right? Like, it exploded because prop firms exploded. It was kind of a dovetailing of things at the right time. So I think like if you want to consider what I do, like order flow in a sense, right? How do you merge this idea of where things are happening, like where it is proven they are happening, not a hypothetical? Like, I could come in here and I could say like, oh, look at this. I'm going to draw something here. This is why that happened. There is nothing in this spot that tells you why something is happening. The totality of this other positioning would tell me that, right? It's like a hard data edge. And like, what do I know is happening there? What can I see that is different, right? Instead of like, I believe this will happen if it comes in here. But I can tell you right now, the idea that there is like some hidden liquidity inside of this range of this box is complete bullshit. Right? But I'm not going to tell you that that's happening. I'm going to tell you where I can see that there actually is market makers, which means customers are holding positions of a certain kind, and what would reflexively or mechanically happen if price moves into that spot, right? If we don't hold this little range and I get stopped out here and we sell through this, I can tell you definitively there are 6,000 contracts worth of options that market makers now have to sell futures to hedge. That is a provable dollar amount function that has to happen. And because market makers now have $6,000 6,000 contracts sitting there, the actual amount of what that represents, right? If we moved into that particular spot on the chart inside of the next however many minutes, is that is like $2 billion worth of contracts that they would then have to sell the equivalent of, which is about 80 minis on ES. So for all you volume junkies, you would expect to see probably 80 or more minis in the course of the next few minutes if we move into that strike, start selling. Someone needs to cut me off of caffeine. Probably not a bad thing. I've had tons of coffee today. This whole thing. Empty. Just me. So do you think most of the order flow is not mom and pop buying, but market makers hedging? Do you think there's enough mom and pops buying hundreds or thousands of of ES minis every 5 minutes? No, they are not. What does my usual risk to reward look like? Depends on the range I'm trading. So like last night or even now, like when I was looking too long here, oh, that's the wrong one. I think on average, it's definitely 3R or higher. So like if we get this here, and like when I first entered the trade, my max risk I was willing to give this was this. So it's just about 3R. As I tighten that up now it's closer to 4, right? But that's what I would be holding for. Position was clear. We moved past 74. Volatility is a big part of it, right? Volatility by default means there is less agreement on price. So the more volatile it is, it means the further price can travel before it reaches those places. We have the benefit of knowing where those most likely spots are. So again, coming in on the day, if you guys are just joining, pre-market plan was basically saying, I would expect price to slow down here unless something shifted and people got really panicky and fearful. The default response as we trade into this area is that all of this is buying. So unless there's enough selling and volatility and fear and really strong selling flow to push meaningfully into this, to force the reaction to change, this is where volatility as a concept, as a provable thing, isn't able to realize implied volatility, realized volatility. The only way that someone banks on their puts, if they bought them, is if they can realize on price moving them in the money or closer to the money, right? This whole range coming in on the day told you that was highly unlikely. So you want to observe, is it happening? Are we pushing into 74.20 and below? If not, there is only one thing that's going to happen when volatility comes off the surface. Boom. Positive gamma. Yes, that is correct, newbie. The only place where things actually started getting negative in this whole range was under this area on 73.20. So if you know that market makers are long for 100 points in a row, basically, they are naturally buying futures as things were selling down. Why do you think we got this huge release valve up? We covered this strike. There was more buying flow than there were market makers selling at this position. Up we went. But we ran out of steam. We hit some selling. Volatility was already high. It came back in. We sold down. And when you look at when we bounced and where we bounced, what was still true? All of this, even these red bars here, we weren't in that section. None of that was activated. We didn't ramp the selling, which meant we did what? Absorbed volatility. Market makers are buying futures more than people were selling. And up through this range we came. We've been grinding and chopping into this dealer long section here. We're not quite turning it into a strong support at the moment, right? So if we sell through this, back through this strike here at 74.60-ish on ES, we are likely to do what? Volatility will expand and we will likely come right back down to that same area. If we don't hold over 74, 70, we are likely to come back towards 74.20. But it's got to actually happen. Right now we are seeing what you would expect in this range is we are grinding and chopping. Market makers are buying futures while we're in here. If we drop below it, they will be selling against us again, right? But the real risk isn't unless we sell through this position. That is your risk. Do you actually sell through it or not? So if I get stopped out here, so be it. I took my shot looking for a squeeze, but we seem to be kind of holding these lows on VIX as well, which means any further selling is going to accelerate that. And if I get stopped, fine. I was hoping for this move. I've already got a butterfly on SPX for 73.50, so if we sell back down there, I make money on the option. Which is why, for whoever was asking earlier, I'm okay taking a loss on futures when I have cash waiting for me if the opposite holds true. Yes, newbie, charm is basically these arrows in the passage of time, right? So for anybody who's new and they want to know what charm is the idea of there's like passive activity in the market. So the same thing about me saying market makers right now are buying futures because we are not down here. Over time, we have support in the sense of market makers that are holding all of this stuff down here are basically buying futures every few minutes as long as we are over those prices. So I do take charm into account, but charm is passive. The thing that drives the market is active flow. Where those two things meet, that's why charm is easily overwhelmed. Notice the strikes are respected even during Asia. Yeah, Vish, that was my whole overnight thesis. If you look at where I entered my short, if you look at the pre-market positioning going into last night, that's why I had on my plan. I'm shorting from here. I'm targeting down here. I'm shorting from down here to down here. These positions are held from yesterday's close all the way through today. So those in the overnight do seem to have some influence. That's how I trade them in the overnight as well. Question: how and why it's respected even when cash market is closed? Because cash is not the only group of participants in the market holding these positions or hedging against them. So hopefully that answers your question. But yeah, guys, it looks like we're getting that little VIX pop to 19 here. If that accelerates and we move into this strike here about 74.60-ish, we are likely to follow the arrow down to a balance, which, again, this is why I look at the pre-market structure versus intraday. What are the key positions that are being held? Why did I play for the squeeze move up and over here? Because I thought maybe, just maybe, we would hold this as a support area and get that last little pop. But the risk was always here to come all the way back. Does it make sense? I hope so. But the other thing too, guys, with this is why I've been shouting about volatility and why it matters and why these positions matter is looking left. Thursday, this move down and where we held, right? How we got that retracement, why I was short yesterday, why I was short biased coming into today. That's all because of this positioning. What that means for volatility, what the expectations are. You can form that plan for the next day. As soon as the market closes today, you will see the positions for tomorrow and say, where are the risk spots? Where should I be looking for long trades versus short trades? What changes my thesis, right? For anybody who caught the pre-market plan today, why was I cautious about shorting from here? What would I have needed to see to think we went any deeper into this range today? Right? That didn't just come out of nowhere. It's understanding that relationship. Everybody else is reacting to something that, that's the thing with price action, right? If you want to know the why behind why a certain spot had a much stronger reaction than it did on a different day, right? There's generally that structure behind it in the market. So that is why I trade this. I wasn't satisfied with the answer because that bar cleared the other bar's high. I wanted more. And this is the more, right? So if you want to understand like order flow is happening around these areas. All that's doing is confirming the behavior, right? Is that happening or not? So when order flow traders talk about absorption or exhaustion, I would tell you the data probably bears out that more often than not, absorption happens more than exhaustion does. Right? Exhaustion is like giving up. There's not enough of something to continue. But more often than not, absorption is happening, right? Buyers are absorbing sellers. Sellers are absorbing buying. But where is that activity taking place? More often than not, oh, look, failed here. Accelerated through here with volatility all the way back down to a support. Where did it bounce? Where did it go through? Back to this balance. These dealer longs are considered magnets for a reason, because they are absorbing volatility of one kind and selling futures. But as time moves on, do you know what they're doing? Why do we pin against long strikes from dealers at the end of the day where these two things meet? Because all of the futures that are being sold out of this position as it's hedged right now, if we are near it into the end of day, do you know what they are doing? They are buying those futures back because their position isn't hedged the same way as time expires. That's why you pin dealer longs, because all the stuff they've been selling all day, they've got to start buying it back. All the stuff they've been buying all day, they start selling back. Depending on those positions, that's why I put a fly down here. If we reject up here, we are going to finish at this balance down here, period. That is a high probability bet. So that's why you have option strategies for that stuff instead of only trading futures, if you are like me. But many aren't. But again, the power here is trading futures off of this, because that is where the market maker influence is in the future side. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. But yes, I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, ask me questions. If it does make sense, or you're excited by the potential, reach out. Scan the little QR code there. I will say I'm trying to make more time in my schedule for the people who do want the one-on-one attention to learn this in a more hands-on way, right? I do have kids and a family, and I do have a job during the day. So if you're like me and you're trading around your work, I can respect that. I struggle with it myself, but I found that there is a demand for that. I know Alan's doing a lot of it as well. He's got his own program he's working with people on. He's in a totally different kind of time and time zone than me too. But if that is something you want, I will just take a moment to say, I am happy to open more of my time for that kind of a relationship, and to work with you in those ways, whether that's psychology, or if you want to understand how to trade options with the future side of this, if you want to understand how to use this data, I will just take a moment to say you can certainly reach me there, and we can work together for that. Otherwise, if you want the pre-market plan and the intraday updates when I'm not on the stream, and you think there's a value in that and you see that bear out every day, you can join us in the Rake Trades Discord. I have a channel there. Ron G has a channel there. Alan posts a couple updates every now and again, and you can certainly take advantage of that. So we are just sitting in this trade, guys. I am not going to really change anything about this. I'll be proven wrong if we sell through this kind of strike below us. I'm not interested in making that stop any wider. I already had one contract on that I took a small five point hit on. So from here, I am happy to just let this ride. If we get that pop to the top of this range, great. If not, we are likely chopping sideways around this strike. Or again, the risk is selling back down to the stronger balance below on the day. Do I mainly play verticals in the options market, CJ? Yeah. I used to go really heavy on SPX when before I even got into this, really. I had a really great run, right? I took like, was it like $3,000 and turned it into 10 in like 2 days. And then I turned that 10 into 50. And then I started trading with like $15,000 position sizes. And I went on like a crazy 3-month heater. And then Liberation Day hit and I turned like a couple $1,000 across like some 1 dates, 3 dates, and weekly 1 week expiry. Liberation Day was like more than I'd ever made in my life trading by, I don't even know how much. I was able to pay my mortgage off, like changed my life, right? So in that whole stretch, I was only trading naked calls and puts on SPX with like big size. I just kept rolling it over. But after Liberation Day, that was such an insane return. You know, you turn like $1,000 contract into a $30,000 profit on just one. It's really easy to start feeling yourself, and I could start feeling that. My trading started to be focused on the dollar amount as opposed to just the trade structure. So I made a very specific decision to actually just start focusing on like spreads. And it just made life so stress-free on the options front. If you can literally say, I know I can't make more than X amount, the whole dynamic risk argument with options becomes so straightforward, right? You don't have to sit there and be like, oh, I really want to trade the chart, but I don't want to lose more than X on this contract. And then you start making these weird decisions on how much you trim and where you trim. If you know that you take a 10 wide vertical, you can only make $1,000. So then you make the business decision. Do I really care about that last $150 of profit if I've already captured 800 or 900? You know, you get the idea, right? Like you can make a really easy judgment call. So I do prefer verticals. I think if more people traded spreads instead of naked calls and puts, especially on XPX or XSP, their life would be so much simpler, and you can just stack options gains every day. It's especially now without the PDT rule anymore. You can turn a very small $2,000 margin account into like 10,000 in a couple of days if you do it right. So it like there is so much potential around that. I just wish more people focused on that. It's a better risk management tool because you're selling one end of it, so you're kind of, it's easier to hold and kind of chop or slower moving markets. So the other nice thing about it too is if you're like me, it's really easy to take a spread or a vertical and then you decide I'm going to leg this into a fly. I think we're going to pin right here, and then you just sell the other side of it, and now you're sitting in a butterfly instead of a spread. So many option strategies. Might be a market for you there also. Where? True Trades. Sorry, maybe I missed something. You can have a one-on-one with my work wife, Peter. She is all yours. I'm sure she's game. But I don't know, guys. I feel like we've done so much consolidation here that if you're an order flow person, it's kind of the idea of like buyers aren't being rewarded, right? We're at a spot where we know there's kind of selling happening. So if we don't kind of get this pop and get it soon, that's where I would kind of start looking at rejections here and taking like a short trade. I'm going to sit in this one. I'm going to let it go regardless. But I do think there is a strong potential that an inability to break out here in the next little while is going to be kind of maybe a bit of a sell the close kind of a move. And we already know where that risk is going to be, right? We can see on the structure what could happen and where that might lead you. And I think it would be more of this. It's either going to stop right here or this all turns into something really crazy. So you could potentially get a move like that even. That's not my preferred outcome for the immediate term because I am sitting in this futures long, but there's a reason why I have a SPX trade on. If you're not 100% convinced in the upside, you hedge it. So for everybody who says, just buy the dip all the time, that's a lot easier to do when you have something that profits for you if we sell. It doesn't mean you are super bearish all the time. It just means you have protection in case it moves against you. Yeah, we'll see if we get lucky here. We get this pop over this little resistance, but if not, it would be hard for me to say that we don't finish the day, down, because any selling just has a lot of gas. That's a pretty good range. If you looked at a short here instead, and you said, if I'm willing to risk 10 points from here, and I capture at least this range, that's like a 5R trade. If you got the holy sell, then you're looking at like an 8R trade. If you get some like real volatility and VIX ramps way over 20 into the close, and maybe you can get down in here, but I think this is a good enough short if you wanted to take it. But it's really going to be about this strike. If you get through this 74.60 kind of 55-ish area, that's where things would really accelerate, right? So even if you did this, you took like a 10-point. That is something I could be convinced of, but I would need to see us like formally fully lose this and break this low. Then that's something that would be pretty attractive to me on the other side. So if I wait for a retest of a position strike, it flies. If I enter without a retest, it fails. Yeah, I mean, go to a higher time frame. Right? This failure to go lower here is going to not look like a failed sell if it gets sold through, right? So this is where I'm saying, if you wanted to short this right now, I would not argue with you necessarily. Like you could literally just even tighten your stop and say, I'm going to go short and give myself less than 10-point stop. If it comes up here, then I'm looking for this to not get revisited, and I think we sell through this strike and down we go. I have no qualms with that at all. That is a perfectly valid trade. But until that happens, I'm sitting in this long thinking maybe we get the little squeeze pop. But thankfully for me, coming in on the day, I made my trades overnight. I don't have much to do on the future side. This is a highly speculative trade in case we actually covered and made this support. That's all that is. So I don't want there to be any confusion. This is not the best trade. Normally, I think I would be looking for the short, but we haven't been able to revisit that. We haven't lost this area, so I'm going to long this for this kind of a move. But time is going on. The longer we chop and grind around here, the less attractive that gets. But have a plan, trade the plan. Again, the short, totally solid. Can't complain about that one if you took it. So if you are counter to me, I am rooting for you because I have an SPX fly on right down here. So if we get down towards 74.20 ES, I'll be celebrating with you. Thing is, now it's slow, but during New York, the fear of missing a move and the opportunity to have a tight stop is very real. That's your issue. Yeah, I mean, that's everybody's issue, right? Everybody wants to catch the trade. When they know we've got a big volatile range, everybody wants to catch the banger. They want to catch the short squeeze. They want to catch the failure. The problem for a lot of people on a day like today is they don't know what's sitting there. They don't know why that spot is less likely to get sold through. So if you have this, there's an edge. I think that is maybe a value too. Like for me, I know you guys have Christian coming up in 10 minutes, right? If you guys don't trade ICT like Christian and you aren't understanding what he's talking about, at least you're going into it knowing, hey, when Christian says I'm looking for a block or whatever in this spot, you will know, oh, yeah, that is a good spot because that is where a long is, or that's where a market maker would be selling. That is why maybe if we get a inversion or something and it sells through this spot, why are you getting that continuation, right? So hopefully there is a little overlap between seeing the data side versus the ICT side. But I do think the streams are valuable in that sense, right? Let's see. Can we get there? I do think we will meet some resistance around this 74.85 to 90 spot on ES if we do try to pop. I think that is just normal. I think they're probably going to be, you know, doing this selling in this area to kind of keep us back towards this spot. But I would like to see kind of a vol sell. I'd like to see some further VIX crush. And with that buying, getting kind of that beneficial flow to like maybe pop up here. Yeah, Vish, that's the whole thing, right? You've got all these people using technical analysis on a chart. They're looking at patterns and blah, blah, blah. But when you know that there's something provable underneath it that is like hard data, there are X amount of contracts which equal this amount of money, which equates to this amount of futures being bought or sold. It really kind of gives you this lens into the market that a lot of people either are ignorant of or choosing actively to not acknowledge. They would rather stick to their thing because it's their system, and any admission of hard truth is basically an admission that their system kind of crumbles, right? And most people don't want to do that, and that's fine. I will just stay in my lane and let people be successful doing what they're doing. But if they want that additional layer, you know where to find us, right? And this is not me. I'm not a market maker. I just have access to their data. You can get it too. You can go pay for the information. You can go to the platform. You can buy it. If you use Unusual Whales and you trade option flow already, then, you know, pay for Periscope and get their version of it. This is not exclusive, right? It's just most people don't want to pay for the thing. So then they like to just hand wave it away and say, oh, it's not real. Or you're just cheap, right? Two things can be true. You can be ignorant and cheap, or you can just be purposefully ignorant. But that is the point of my hour, is to say, day after day, we're here. We can prove things happen at certain spots. If this, then that, right? Why did I catch Liberation Day 2 years ago, whatever that was, right? Understanding the relationship between positioning and volatility. Where are the opportunities? Where is there a mispricing in the market? Where is there risk that other people aren't prepared for? Just like today, coming in. Was there risk below the low of the day? Sure. But it didn't prove out for a reason, because not enough people, aside from this little junction here, not enough people got fearful and started buying puts en masse to counter all of this. These positions are the same size as they were this morning, if not bigger, which means the expectation of people selling volatility as a thesis, right? If you are selling puts to market makers down here, from a customer perspective, it means I am selling volatility, which means no one expected that move to continue down as aggressively as it did in the overnight. There's only one way for price to go when that happens, right? So if you have that information, you can make some really great trades. And if you don't believe me, you don't believe me. But day after day, stream after stream, update after update, plan after plan, we've got it covered both directions. And I think that's proven true. So I would encourage you, if you are interested in learning more about it, just keep showing up on this stream. We'll keep covering each day's action. If you want even more information, scan those codes. Follow me on Instagram if you want to do that. Hit me up if you want some one-on-one attention with it, if you want to learn in a little more intense way. Otherwise, just soak up all the free sauce. And if you guys want even more, if you want to join the Discord and learn the mastermind system first, if you're super new, before you kind of crack the door open to anything else, then I would encourage you to do that as well. Thanks for all the analysis. So much value. Appreciate that, Victoria. Yeah, you've been here a while. I'm not sure if you were ever even familiar with this stuff before you started watching, but I do think it's helpful to at least be exposed to it. A lot of people trade not knowing what the actual market is and how it functions, right? There are so many things going on in the market. There's the bond market. There's this. There's Forex. Like, all of these things don't exist in isolation, right? When you look at hedge funds and, oh, funds do this and that, they are spread out across the entirety of the market. The financial sector is not just some small silo. It's a huge, huge thing. And it's very impactful. Just look at what happened in Asia last night and how much we are correlated with that in the tech sector. There's a reason the sell-off started the way it did. So hopefully you guys are aware of that. If you want to be in this game for a while, you can't plead the fifth and just say, I don't care about all that over there. You have to be aware of these things. Whether or not you actively choose to trade them is a totally different story. But if you want to actually be able to last, you have to understand that there are correlations between these instruments. There are reasons why volatility matters, why it matters that you should at least be aware of why one day you get a 100-point range and the next day you get a 20-point range. If you don't know why, you are just going to probably just be flailing in the wind more often than not. So I really hope that this is beneficial to you, even just on that level, to peel back the curtain a little bit and know there is way more going on. Because let me tell you, 2 years ago, I was just a dude. I was just looking for a signal to make a quick buck. And to learn this skill and be able to have this awareness has been hugely beneficial in my life. So even if I never traded another day, I at least know I would be able to read something about the market and understand, oh, okay, that makes sense. So whether you're successful in the long run or not, I think it's entirely up to your dedication and how much you want to put into this. But if you're taking the ignorant approach, you're going to get what you pay for there. Yeah, no problem, Shaboinky, Miggy. Glad that you guys appreciate it. I'm here. I just want to help somebody else. I was just a guy a couple of years ago, and my journey has been what it is. And I'm so appreciative to Jake for getting me started on the mastermind and kind of opening my eyes to the market and making me self-sufficient. So if we can do that here, whether it's me or Alan, Ron, Jake, Christian up next, that's what we're here for. This community, this free content. There's power in that. So we're all rooting for each other, even though it's an individual sport in a sense, if you want to call it that, right? It's up to you to execute and manage yourself. But if we can be here to lend an ear, to give some information, to point you in a direction maybe you didn't know was available to you, that's the whole point. That's how I found Jake. I love the community, and that's why I'm kind of giving back doing this. I'm so happy to be here and helping you guys. And also, it's just nice to know, like, hey, I can prove this thing every day. I'm here and I see it, and I want to share that with people. If I can save you from making a bad decision, I would love to do that. Yes, technically everything's a coin flip, everything's 50-50, but if you have an edge and it's provable and repeatable, I think you should share it with people. Why gatekeep something that is happening regardless? You either know about it or you don't. You can either use it or you can't. So hopefully that is something that is beneficial to you guys. But that is going to do it for me. I have probably talked enough at you guys today. If you guys want to tune in again, we'll be back tomorrow. Again, if you guys are in the Discord, I'll try to get that pre-market plan for tomorrow out tonight so you can use it depending on how things shape up into the overnight session. Again, I don't know that we're going to get anything more to the downside positionally. Those have not yet really been built out, but there is still certainly risk in this market. We'll just see how much they do to repair it here into the close. So good luck to you guys with Christian, and I think he'll be doing a giveaway today. Sorry I didn't get to one during my hour, but thankfully you've got 2 hours with him. So you know the path, you know the risk spots if you're trading ES in particular. So keep your eyes peeled, and good luck the rest of the way. All right, take care, guys. Thanks.
What's up, chat? So you're getting all situated here, letting people trickle in. What's up? What's up? What's up, Mickey? How's it going, Jennifer? What's up? What's up? Comran, Fish. Yo, Jay, find us a trade, gang. We'll see if we can. Lomeli, Wiggy, Wagwan, my dogs. What's up? What's up? Your bias is missing. Shit, you're right. My bias is short bias. There we go. Okay, there we go. Thanks, just went short. Nah. How's it going, gang? Letting people trickle in here. So glad you're on just to help understand the market. My guy, Noise Vision, appreciate you, brother. Let's see if we can catch some bangers today. Yesterday we managed to catch about a 3-hour trade. So let's see what we got today. How many of you guys are there? There's 4 of us, including Jake. Big win. Lomeli, I have to give you. I got to give you ish for your Instagram story, bro. Mirror pics for days, looking big. My dog, appreciate you. Just for the record, I'm here for Lomeli's Instagram mirror pics, not trading. My dog. Shot Boinky. Lomeli, Robert, how's it going, brother? Appreciate you popping in, my guy. There's 5. Oh shit, 5. It's me, Jake, wrong. Azang, Mitch. Yeah, tripping. 5. Thank you guys. Cole, my guy, how's it going, Cole? Let's see. Let's hop straight into the charts. So what I'm seeing it, I caught it short this morning as I posted on my Instagram. And going into the session, I do have the draw being 519, which is discount of the range of this larger leg. ES already tapped it. But given, this is my thesis, given that the weekly had already rebalanced from a weekly fair value gap, right? We displaced up. We fell short from all-time highs. The daily is failing to hold this bullish gap here. We took out the lows. I believe if we were genuinely bullish trying to take out these highs, we should have displaced higher on the lower time frames. Add on the big displacement that we had overnight, right? And yeah, I'm still short bias for the moment, right? Things change moment by moment, but for now, in the morning, I only targeted discount of the range on my shorts. So I got in somewhere here, targeted discount, which was this bullish 5-minute gap because of how the 4-hour closed. I really didn't want to be shorting against this prior 4-hour bar, right? That's kind of what I was looking at. So after we tapped into the 4-hour bearish fair value gap and essentially rejected it, the hourly gap, right? The hourly closed below the bearish gap on the hourly. And if we look at premium discount as a whole, right? Take the swing low to swing high. We traded where? We traded to discount of the range. After that, we take the swing low to swing high, right? And again, 30-minute, we traded into, hold on, let me backtrack actually. I'm getting ahead of myself. Premium discount, we traded into premium of the range. There's 30-minute gap. And then take the swing low to swing high. 15-minute. So swing low to swing high, traded into discount of this small little leg, right? So now we take the smaller leg. We're just kind of trading in a range. So whenever we trade in a range, I look at premium discount quite often. And we are trading in premium currently, rejecting premium, which was a swing high in premium of the range. So long we can hold premium of the range, right? And trade lower, my bias is still to the downside, right? So long we can hold premium of the range and essentially hold these highs, my bias is short short term essentially. But soon as if and when we trade past the highs, then I would start kind of flipping narrative and kind of being more on sidelines and looking at how the hourly's looking on ES, right? We tapped into the weekly gap entry, and let's go break it down. Weekly gap entry, we are at discount of this higher time frame range, right? So if we take the swing low to swing high, we are at discount of the range on ES. And not only are we at discount, we're at 0.62 of the fib. We go on the 4 hour, we took at a swing low, which lines up with discount. And the last 4 hour closed pretty bullish. We traded into this bearish 4 hour gap. And we traded lower. We kind of held this last down candle on the hourly. And we are now trading a little bit higher. So yeah, the hourly's a little bit mixed on ES and NQ, because on ES we're getting like this up and down type of action, right? Which is reflecting on the 15-minute, right? Big up, big down, big up. And if we see, we're kind of like flagging here on NQ, right? So I'm gonna be very, very patient, but so long we hold this premium of the range, again, premium discount, right? Trade up to premium. What was sitting in premium? The bearish 15-minute gap. So long we can hold that, right? And so long we can hold that, I guess the draw would be a swing low in discount, which would be this low, which I have marked up here on NQ, right? So let's go ahead and add a magnet on there. So that's the overall draw. I think that, in my opinion, if we were bullish, we should have held this bullish 15-minute gap, and this 1 hour gap should have held, right? The fact that we didn't, I take that as a sign. I'm just here to collect clues, right? I take that as a sign. We're in a bearish 4 hour gap. We have discount sitting right below us on NQ that ES already took out, but NQ hasn't. We are at discount of the range. So if you move this to the right, we are at discount, 50% mark. But yeah, I think the swing low could get taken, especially given the big displacement move that we had overnight, right? I think, again, prior week lows are sitting here. I think if we were bullish, we should have traded higher on the hourly here. So what I'm paying attention to here is, what I'm paying attention to here is the how we react off that 15-minute premium, right? We're at that last up candle before the down move, right? Which we're rejecting. We're rejecting premium, which is the swing high, which is premium, right? Swing high of this leg. So if we keep rejecting that, an entry is potentially valid, right? I think that let me see. Where's ES at here? Did we get divergence? Yes, we did. We got divergence here. Let's go ahead and do this. And we got internal divergence here with these two highs and lows. Rejecting that last up candle. We're in premium of the range. 4 hour bearish order block, bearish fair value gap, 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour is fucking ugly here on NQ. We have a small little 15 gap here that will close in the next 4 minutes, or sorry, 30-minute gap and 15-minute gap. 5 minutes sloppy as hell. Yeah, I'm thinking I kind of missed my an entry up here at the double divergence, which happened after the 1 minute inversion here, which happened because I was, what time is it? 37. Yeah, I was explaining my narrative, I guess. It is what it is. Now just waiting to see if I get some sort of short entry here. Ideally, the more, I guess, the better confirmation would be after that 5 minute goes invert, with the draw targeting 695. on NQ here. So let's zoom in on NQ. Yeah, the 1 hour is fucking ugly. But we went from we're disrespecting on the bullish fair value gap on the 30-minute, respecting the bearish gap on the 30-minute. Underneath prior week lows. We're at premium of the range. Disrespecting bearish order block on the 15-minute. Double divergence at premium of the range. Well, let's see if we can get some sort of retracement here. What I'd be looking for is something like this, right? The actual early, or not early trade, the trade that I feel like I missed was this one. But it is what it is. Waiting for confirmation here now. And ideally, if it happens after the 11 a.m. candle opens, that would be best case scenario. I'm stacked up, Chad. I got a coffee, coconut water, electrolytes. Let's see. What's up, gang? Damn, my bad. I missed chat. There's 5. Lomeli got beef with one of us, so he left us out. Hey, I'm not wrong. I don't know what I was thinking. I meant to say where there's 4 plus Jake, but I don't know why I said 4 including Jake. Lomeli eliminated wrong? Nah, none of that. We need a Go Trader up in here. Alex, their Instagram short for form videos about trading is super dense and informative. My guy, thank you, Shah. Rob, being a caffeine addict, found out already. We're open to ideas since Jake wants to add more. Victoria, how's it going? Victoria speaking at 2, speaking at 11. Fire. Okay, thank you. I didn't know that. It's only wrong. It's only an addiction if you admit it. Otherwise, you tell yourself you can control it. It's not an addiction. Caffeine doesn't even rush anymore. I'm not smacking full boost concentrate. Bro, I went through this phase literally when the project started, which was an overconsumption of caffeine. I was drinking probably 3 to 4 coffees a day, which were heavy espresso. Like, I think each of them had 3 shots of espresso. It was horrible. I found myself kind of a little bit more on the edgy side and anxious side. So I kind of toned it down. You only use premium and discount on the 15-minute time frame? Is it putting together on different time frames? No, I use it on every time frame, but you got to realize that if we're currently rejecting from a bearish 4-hour gap, right? So there's no reason for me to put the premium discount on this leg because I don't anticipate price to go up to premium, right? We're getting a reaction off this gap, so naturally I'm gonna go on the 15-minute, which is the time frame that's making sense to me currently, right? So the 15-minute just closed here. The new one just opened. Let's see how we reject off this up candle here. Let's see. Order block. Let's see how we reject off that order block there. We are still respecting that 30-minute gap. 5-minute. How's the 5-minute looking? 5-minute is a little ugly. Not a big fan of. I like how we rejected premium of the range. That's good. But let's see, how's the 1-minute looking? There's this 1-minute breaker here. Fair value gap. So we rejected that 1-minute breaker, fair value gap. Let's see. Ideally, typically I like to have my stops at swing highs and lows, but if I put it up here, it's a little too wide. If I leave it here over the 15-minute order block, it'd be over this 5-minute invert, 30-minute invert. One-minute breaker. Let's see. Waiting. I want an entry short, but I'm trying to be patient here and not rush into an entry. But I do think that if we invert that 5-minute gap here, we should continue. That should continue as slower. Then again, I'm not. This is the thing, chat. What's hard today is that the 4-hour candle is looking. I don't like that close on the last 4-hour candle, if I'm being honest. But let's see. Hopefully we don't displace past this 5-minute fair value gap. Hopefully we stay in it, and then the 11 a.m. candle opens. We retrace up to this purple box, which is the 15-minute order block, and that gives us an entry. But if this 1-minute order block rejects, I would be looking for some sort of entry here with the wider stop. Let's see. Just waiting for now, chat. Waiting. Let's see. Right, my guy, how's it going? You passed the TPT account? Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Man, what a fucking overnight session we had, right, chat? I woke up, I'm like, what the fuck? I deleted TradingView off my phone, so I had no clue on price. I was like, shit. What's up, Lomeli? Hope you're having a blessed day. My guy, slightly toasted. Appreciate you, brother. Hope you're having a good day as well. Coke plant. Let's see. So we're currently, let me focus on price here because I'm all over the place. One hour. Yeah, the thing is ES is kind of holding this down candle, which is an order block on ES. We are rejecting that bearish gap. We're at premium of the range, so again, the targets would be that low. Okay, so we're getting that inversion here. I'm not going to have my stop be very, very tight. I'm going to have it a little looser up at the like 868. And I'm looking to enter once the 1 minute closes. Man, I'm a little upset that I didn't catch it up here. This was a trade I should have taken, but I didn't. So I'm in shorts, chat. In shorts, targeting 695. And my stop would be over that 15-minute order block, which would be about 8.6. We'll call it 870. Again, I typically don't like having stops just be like this. I'd rather have them be at swing points, swing extremes. But sometimes when price runs like this and I don't get the initial entry, sometimes I'm okay with having stops at invalidation points. So in this case, the invalidation point would be, so let me type it up. I'm in shorts. TP at 696. Stop loss at 870. Giveaway soon. Let's see. Let me lock in here, chat. 1 second. Where's discount? So discount of that smaller leg here would be here. Let's see. And discount of this leg would be essentially here. This would be the low-hanging fruit, but the R to R. Yeah, here's the thing, chat. So what I'm paying attention to is, again, it's a little bit just the quality of the setup goes down, because if I was shorting from the high, my TP would have been there essentially, which at this point I'm barely up. So at this point, just reaching for the opposite end of the leg, which would be given my, it's okay, right? Because my draw is lower, but the takes that I ideally love to take or extremes with the stop at the swing high, targeting the low hanging fruit for in this case 3R. But I'm okay with this. My draw is lower, and I think that I would take my exit or most of my position off once ES hits discount of the range. Just given playing it safe, I guess, right? Let's see, where's my logo? Yeah, but I was busy. I was looking at an entry, but I was busy caught up trying to explain what I was looking at, and also kind of walking myself, prepping myself mentally, because I literally just hop in and look to see. The bias doesn't change, I guess, much from the morning to PM, but yeah, a little bummed out I missed it, but it is what it is. Right now, literally targeting that 696 level. Let's see if we get it. And I'm probably looking to take off about half of the position once ES takes out discount of the range, which would be that 452 level. 452. Man, we're fucking dumping. Fucking dumping, chat. We're dumping. Let's go. Feels too easy sometimes, but it can always reverse. So ES just hit the 50% mark on price. Let's see how we react at the 7,452 level. Fuck yeah, chat. Let's see. Currently up about 1R here. Up about 1R. Gonna let it play out. This 1 minute inverts here, we should take out our targets. That's the last little I guess gap deep in discount. So if this closes below this box, we should see 696. Let's fucking go, chat. Early into PM session. Fuck yeah. So we're almost at that level on ES. Can't make this up, man. So we're still holding technically the 1 minute gap entry. I want to see us close below it. Let's see. As soon as ES takes out this discount of the range, I'm getting out a bit of my position here. So my finger's on the trigger for closing half. Let's see. I just want to see ES take out this low. Let's see ES take out the low, or ES take out, sorry, 7,452 with a nice big dump. Let's see, chat. Let's see. Come on. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Fuck yeah, chat. Let's fucking go. You know what? I'm closing out half here. I'm closing out half out about 1R. Closed out half at about 1R here. The rest is to play out. Letting the rest kind of play out, but closed out half there. You can close out full position for about 1R. Let's go, let's go. Now, my finger's on the trigger for about half of half, right? So I'll be only left with about a quarter. As soon as ES, I want to see how the 1 minute reacts off the 7452 level here at discount PD array. This on ES is going to be my determining factor on how I manage my trade. I'm okay with taking a little bit over 1R here for PM, which, see, fingers on the trigger. I moved to break even, by the way, chat. So my original entry is break even. Sorry, I didn't mention that. Just waiting. We're rejecting this 1 minute invert here pretty nicely. So long we keep rejecting that, I'm all game to stay in. There we go. There we go. There we go. Come on, baby, dump. And the stop was a little bit wider. I had it wide on I had it wide on purpose. I'll explain why. But just given that I missed my first initial entry and I didn't want to get ticked out to then see the trade play out, right? Let's see. Come on. Just wants to. Okay, fingers on the trigger. We essentially tapped discount of the range to the tick. To the tick. But I'm kind of waiting to see if we just get a dump, just given how NQ's holding here. So I'm satisfied with my profits here. And all I'm kind of waiting to see is if we get a nice dump. If we do, I want to stay in. But if we get some sort of retracement back into the range here, I'm gonna get out. I want to see a big displacement down, and yeah. My TP's already been achieved essentially, which I mentioned, the 7452. I'm just kind of waiting to see how price wants to trade here. There we go. There we go, baby. There we go. All right, so ES officially took out that level. I want to see a dump. If we don't see a dump, I'm out. If we don't see a dump here, I'm out. I'm giving. Try to look at the candle closures here. There's 40 seconds left on that 1 minute. Okay, we're rejecting. I'm all out. All out, chat. I'm all out. All out here. Banger. Keep spamming R. Fucking banger, chat. Chat. What a fucking, man, I can't stress this enough, chat. Time and time again. Time and time again. What fucking level did we reject, chat? What fucking level, man? I literally hopped on 5 minutes into it. We catch a banger short. We react off our TP, man. We react off the TP. What? How better can it get, right? Man, it excites me because today's one of those days where, I mean, it's been like this every week, right? But today, hopped in, walked you guys through what I was looking for, executed on what I was looking for, walked you guys through exactly what I was doing, right? And you guys get to see this time and time again, and I'm pumped, man. Manage this shit fucking amazingly. W's in the chat. Who took this? Nah, I'm not condoning copying, right? But I'm just curious. Who took this? W, fuck yeah, let's go. Nicole, what's up, Nicole? Took it on ES, fuck yeah. Everyone in DGen here. Everyone, you know we copy. Fuck yeah. Just listening because I'm driving. But congrats, dudes. My guy, appreciate her. Appreciate her. Let her cook. Lomeli, you are who you know you are. Lindsay, appreciate you. Yeah, it excites me, honestly. It excites me because it's I don't know, doing this time and time again, it's just like, it's amazing. But yeah, it's amazing seeing we dumped as soon as we entered and we reversed as soon as we exited, literally to the candle, right? And I'm not saying we're not going to continue lower because I think the objective would still be that 696, but it's nice. The reason I took out my position here is because I didn't want to hold during this pullback, right? Given discount of the range, discount, premium discount, man, especially works wonders when price is trading. When price is trading how you've been trading, right? We've been trading range bound. So when we're trading range bound, price always reverts back to the mean, meaning it goes from premium to discount. I was able to identify that early on here coming into stream. Like I mentioned, the trade I missed was this one, which I was a little bummed out for because I was walking you guys through what I was looking for essentially. My target would have been discount, this swing low for about a 3-hour trade. So I wasn't able to catch it, whatever. But what I did catch was a short here. My stop was at the break above the 15-minute breaker over premium of the range. So even if we did trade revert back to the mean, I still had cushion to stay in the position. The stop could have been here, I guess, right? For a little bit better RR. But I just didn't want to get ticked out and re-enter. I rather had size down and been able to withstand a little bit of drawdown, right? Not the best or sexiest R to R, but it played out, and that's all I'm really here to catch, right? I'm here to catch 1, 1.5, 2.5 R trades every single day. If I can do that consistency on a day-to-day basis, that's all I need, right? One and done, 1.5 R. That's all I really need every single day. If you can do that on a day-to-day basis, right? I'm not saying every day is going to be green, but if you can show up and just take a small piece of the move, that's all that matters, right? That's all that matters. Texting and driving is bad, bro. Took it from 7474 on ES. Hell yeah, Jennifer. Now I regret locking my funded, shaking my head. Past an eval. Fuck yeah. Hey, so long. You did nothing wrong by locking the funded, brother. You're a great craftsman, a great artist. My guy, I appreciate you. You take mentees, asking for myself. Your sessions are so technical and I learned so much. Let her cook, appreciate it. I have been working on something, right? Which I will announce soon on my Instagram. So stay tuned for that. Just because I've been getting a lot of demand for it. A lot of questions about like more on a one-on-one personal level. Great trade, man. My guy, Shah. Hi, Lomeli. Just got a notification on the Discord that you're live, but I see that you have been live for 1.5 hours. Also, Jake's Insta story says it's 2 p.m. Eastern. For your sessions, confused here. So Mitch was on before me, so that's why it's been a little longer. So I've been on about 30. He's been on for about an hour, so that's why it's an hour and a half. And yeah, I used to be live at 2 p.m. Eastern, but we switched it back 30 minutes. That way there's me and Mitch can go back to back. Is there another opportunity? We'll see. I'm here to continue looking, but to be honest, if I do take anything else, it would be on an eval. I caught my piece of the pie for PM but it's still early in the session. I do think we can catch something else, but taking a little quick mental break here to catch up on chat. But even then though, like here, for example, if we invert that 1 minute, we'll see how we react off that 1 minute here. We traded that 5 minute gap. Yeah, if we invert that 1 minute, we should take out the lows, which I'm not gonna get in. but it's something I'm doing, or I'm paying attention to. But ES did take out discount of the range, so now that's something that you're kind of fighting against, right? Let me delete this so people don't think I'm in shorts. 141. Man, what a fucking what'd I say, man? We are dumping now towards TP. Dumping. Sheesh. What was the R multiple there? About a 1.5 R. Not bad. Let's go. Yeah, caught my piece of the move, and that's what matters. Today's going to be the day that you call my name when you do giveaway. We'll see. We'll run the giveaway here soon. Yes, took that trade. You're my new financial advisor, Lomeli. Nah, none of that. Do you stream every day here, sir? Yes, I do. Every single day from 1:30 to 3:30. I miss literally every move. And gotta pop in on time, man. So what time can I tune in for Mitch? So Mitch is live. So what would that be? 12:30. So 12:30 to 1:30. Mitch will be on. Then I'll be on 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. Eastern. You want me to give you a name for your future potential YouTube channel? What is it, brother? I have a YouTube channel. I do have one. Lomeli Trades. I did took the short like you, but I did take the little long pullback. Hey, it's all good. So long you're aligned, that's what matters. Lomeli really took a trade without me. What the fuck, eh? My dog. My bad. Let's see. So let me continue tape reading here with you guys. So here it's a 1 minute breaker. So we should reject from here and go lower. 1 minute breaker, 1 minute fair value gap. So we should reject and go lower here. If price wants to continue and take out the target. If we don't, that's a sign, an indication that price will more than likely continue and disrespect discount PDO rate. So we're currently in this bearish 1 minute fair value gap, 1 minute breaker. If this gets invalidated, this goes off the table, right? But so long these two get respected, we should see the overall objective get achieved. So long these two get invalidated. So long those two get invalidated. Fucking Melly is back. Blinky! We caught a fucking banger short. Banger short, man. Let's see. Doing a little bit of tape reading here, kind of walking us through what I'm seeing. 1 minute breaker. Let's see. The 5 minute just closed, so we're kind of this bearish order block here on the 5 minute. We're deep in discount, but let's see. So we're still in that breaker, still in that 5 minute or 1 minute gap. If we invert this 1 minute gap, we should see that 695 here. But we have to hold this general area. I'm all out, by the way, chat. For those just tuning in, 1 for 1. This was a trade I took. I'm just walking chat with through everything I'm looking at. The reason why I exited was because we got to premium or discount of the range here on ES, which no longer interested me. As soon as we got out, we had a big spike up. Big spike up, man. Let's see. Armin. Trey deserves a Lomeli song. I don't use Bookmap, no. Wherever Lomeli, whoever lives near Lomeli, take him out for dinner. Fucking Armin. Is the draw on liquidity not on the previous low? I mean, isn't that where we are going to? The previous low. I don't know what previous low you're talking about, but for me, again, my draw has already been hit, right? My draw has already been hit, which was this discount of the range on ES, which the draw still is 696 essentially here on NQ. But yeah, the fact that we got to discount of the range on ES leads me to believe that we might stall here for a bit. One second, chat. Let me see. This is fine. All right, had to take that. My bad. Sorry. But yeah, let's see how we react here. We're currently still disrespecting this area. So long we do so, again, like I keep saying, that 696 should get hit, especially if we invert this 1 minute gap here. Especially if we disrespect this, then yeah, the trade is out the table. It's off the table. Sorry, not out the table. Yeah, caught a nice piece of the move. This trade here, which was fucking amazing. I love trades that work out instantly with zero drawdown, because it's, you know that those were, you got a good entry. Just know. I was in a small long before I joined and got stopped to see Lomeli making millions. Fuck, you got stopped out? Did you take, oh wait, you said you missed it, huh? Yeah, never mind. I was gonna say, did you take the shorts? Lomeli, what up, my guy? I'm on late. Nice banger shorts, I see. Fuck yeah, Preppy. Caught it early. I missed the initial short, which I'm still bummed out for, but it is what it is. We caught a nice little piece. So that is on the 100% level of the premium. No, it's at the 50%. So premium discount, all it really means is that price will trade to the 50% mark. I've been in since the first drop this morning at 30,000. 1 minute start trailing. I wish I traded the drop last night too. It's got so many evals to pass. For fun is now including the Thursday one. Fuck yeah, Blinky or Blink. Been crushing it. Fuck yeah. Love to see it. Oh yeah. The draw noise vision is still that 15-minute low, but the fact, this is what I'm talking about. The fact that we're trading in this bullish 15-minute gap in discount of this leg. Whoops, of this leg, sorry. Right, in discount of this leg leads me to believe that we could potentially stall, trade up to premium of the range, trade up to maybe this bearish 15-minute gap. Maybe NQ wants to trade for this bearish 15-minute gap. And if that does happen, like sure, my initial trade would still be safe. My stop was all the way up here, but I don't want to be in this. I want to catch the trade that I'm certain on, which is the low hanging fruit. I want to be a part of a trade that I mean, I'm not saying this happens every time, but get in a trade, it plays out immediately, perfect, amazing. I caught the entry. Even if it doesn't play out immediately, like I'll forget about it, set it and forget it. And I want to be out at an area where price could reverse. So even if my direction was wrong and price trends higher from here, I don't care because I caught my small piece of the move, essentially, right? I was aware that we were in premium of the range. I was aware that we were in premium of the range, that we not have to, but more than likely should come back to discount. Now, discount was that 4.7, same level I keep talking about in chat, which is the area that we took our TP off of. So I'm not here to be right. I'm just here to manage myself, manage my expectations, manage my position, and more than anything, execute, right? Execute at the highest level possible that I can every single morning. And if I understand and realize that I'm not capable of doing so, meaning that something's going on mentally, then I'm just not going to show up, right? Yeah, the draw is still lower. This draw for me is still lower, but I'm just saying, if my overall read is wrong, this is an area where price should or could reverse, right? Which is why I took my target where I did, right? Let's see. We got this little 1 minute change in state here. Did we? Let me see. Essentially, yeah. Let's see. Still, the draw's still lower for me. Just kind of watching it here, I guess. Tape reading with you guys. The way Melly says disrespect is disrespectful to the market. What do you mean? My end of day drawdown is 800. How many micros should I be using? Depends on the risk, right? If your stop loss is 100 points, then I think you should be risking at max 100. Or sorry, not 100. 1 mini or micro. Sorry, mini. 1 mini would just crush you. 1 micro. Now, if your stop is 30, 40 points, say it's 30 points, then it should be, you just do the math, right? 60, risking about, still about 2, right? 2 to 3 max, or even 1, right? But I don't think you should be trading more than 3 micros with the 800 drawdown. I just reverse engineering what I see you doing, and I learn it backwards. ADHD brain wired for this. Bro, blink, that's the fucking goal. And I feel like most people don't understand that. The goal here is not to copy. Sure, it's to watch, but it's to, okay, see things play out, see what I'm looking at real time, and hopefully you're also staring at the chart in real time. You're like, oh, okay, even if I'm wrong, right? I'm not saying I'm gonna be wrong 100% of the time, but what I'm saying is that you're here to be somewhat of a scientist, right? Conduct, I guess, some research, right? Which in this case, it'd be looking at stream, whoever it is that you're watching, and then try to come up with your own thesis as where price is heading towards, and then try to compare both of them, right? And if they align, then you execute. If they don't align, then you just sit back, wait, and either watch me hit TP or get stopped out. But the overall objective here, I'm not saying you blink, but the overall objective is not to sit here and try to pass or fail evals or pass or get payouts. That's not the goal. The goal is to literally what you said, right? Reverse engineer what you see and learn it backwards. And I feel like it was only a matter of time before people started actually catching on to how it is that I trade. And I just knew it was a matter of time before people actually saw it. I wouldn't say saw it work, but catch on to exactly me executing daily and actually seeing the precision that premium discount, fair value gaps, order blocks, and everything that I do brings, right? So I'm very excited for what's coming. We're in week 10, I believe, so far for PM session, and I believe I've only had 1 red week, which was the week that I was in Costa Rica. I wasn't focused. The strategy, that's for PM session, not my AM. What strategy to trade? I trade predominantly ICT. I use trend, fair value gaps, order blocks. I use premium discount. I use levels, failure to go higher, failure to go lower, and pretty simple. So nothing above 3. Yeah. Just a little head scratching on premium discount. You know what, brother? I'll make a YouTube video on it just for you. I got you. It gives me like another idea or topic as to what to talk about. I got you. I'll break, if not today, because I'm leaving right after stream somewhere. If not today, then I'll do it for sure over the weekend, but wait on that video. And I'll break down today's price action because I think today's price action was a perfect example on how to use premium discount. I got you. I got you, brother. Copy trading, someone's work for a time, but if you can reserve and understand via trade recaps through emotions, and it's just learning the terminology of different stats. Yeah, exactly. I'm already making order blocks or value gaps. Things say that we had a really just under. Which helps me. Oh, okay. Okay, fire. That's actually good. That's good to hear. The fact that you don't really trade fair value gaps and order blocks, but you're starting to incorporate them, which is nice. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at earlier, which is, I guess ICT is really frowned upon or shitted on online, but it's, yeah, I mean, these, I don't know how to word it. These internet people make it to where you hate the strategy, but if you actually dig deep and learn it, and you see it work time and time again, you're like, oh, there's something there, right? I'm following you on YouTube. We'll look out for that video. My guy, yeah, I got you. I think it's a good concept, because for me, I guess it's pretty straightforward, but I understand that for a beginner, it's like, ah, shit, what are you talking about, right? And I was gonna explain it through on here, but I think it's better if I walk you through it on YouTube. Melly, can you get Mitch to push the Dubstep Break Trades intro song? That's on him, bro. That's on him. Let's see, chat. Let's see. 1 for 1 so far today. Let me see. Let's do a little breakdown now for those that are still looking to take something. Daily invert, the 4-hour just opened 20 something minutes ago. Let's see. So 4-hour, this title is 4-hour. There's order block. The 1-hour last up candle would be this one. 1-hour order block. Remove all these divergence. We have a daily invert that we haven't closed yet, but this would be the daily invert here, right? Meaning a bullish gap that essentially went invert, right? As soon as we broke through it, I considered it an invert and could be used as resistance. Let's see. Yeah, this is actually a potential other take I'd be willing to take, is if we go up to premium. Let's see, fair value gap. If we go up to premium here, we would be testing. Let's see, we'd be testing premium of the range, right? A 15-minute fair value gap, an hourly order block, 30-minute invert, 15-minute invert as well, probably. Yeah, there's two 15-minute inverts. We'll take this smaller one. Invert fair value gap, right? So that's another area of interest. Would it be? It would be over the 4-hour candle wick. So it'd be the upper end wick of the 4-hour, which is nice. It'd be at premium, and then we would have essentially these relative equal lows if they remain untapped. That price can then go down to. We have the swing high here on the 5-minute. Call it buy side if you want. So something like this would be nice. There's another potential re-entry. For those just tuning in, we did take one already, which we banked on. But still waiting to see if we get another trade. So something like that. We have, let's see. Let's go down deeper now in the smaller time frames. We have another 15-minute invert here, which I'm not going to mark, but we have a 5-minute break. I guess it's not a breaker, but 5-minute there. So yeah, waiting to see if we get any sort of retracement for a potential second trade, right? See if we can go 2 for 2. We are at discount of the range here on ES. Say there's divergence here. We are at a 15-minute. We'll see if price can go up to premium of the range. Here, same thing on ES basically. Same thing, which would be premium. PDA, which is technically not premium, but basically there. Yeah, same thing on ES here. Yes, we actually have a breaker here on the 5-minute, right? 5-minute breaker. 15-minute fair value gap, right? We have a 30-minute. Where'd my sign go? Where'd my sign go at? Let me see, just popping up ES here. There's 30. There's 1 more minute left on that 30-minute candle here, and the 15-minute candle. So yeah, I guess one thing I'm paying attention to, chat, is for those wondering for premium discount, is premium discount, right? This is where the first leg happens, right? We trade from premium back to discount. After that, we take this leg, right? This leg, premium discount, we trade to premium. After that, we take this leg, we trade to discount. It happens time and time again. So now if price wants to keep trading the way it's trading and be very rangy, before taking out the low on NQ, I'd expect price to trade back up into premium. And then after that, take the whatever leg happens, right? If it does, right? Back to discount, right? That's kind of what I'm paying attention to. The fact that we're trading in a range, I'm just taking what price is giving me, right? Price is giving me range trading, but very clean action, right? There's a difference between being in a range and sloppy versus being in a range and fluid, being fluid with price. Meaning that when we move, we move. Yeah, aligned, of course, with the higher time frame being the lower draw here at 520. But I'm not looking to hold until that 520. I'm looking to catch my small piece of a potential big move, right? All I'm looking for is a small piece. If I can do that on a consistent basis, I'm a winner. So for now, literally just waiting to see if we get a retracement for a potential re-entry. We caught a very good trade early on, but so early. We still have a whole nother hour and a half of market. So we'll see if we can catch another trade. Straight up construed. What's my YouTube channel name? It is It's Lomeli Trades. Lomeli Trades. Same thing as my Instagram. We're almost at 400 subscribers. But yeah, posted my first video, I guess, that went public 5 days ago, and looking to do another one soon. I don't care what the strat's called. If it works and you can alter it to whatever works, you call it dog poop. So trade it if it's profitable. It's all patience. Yeah, it's all patience at the end of the day, and it's all about, I guess, being open-minded. I was always open-minded to, I guess, new strategies and new systems, knowing that I don't know it all, right? And the moment I kind of became open-minded to just trying different things and seeing what worked, seeing what didn't, I kind of took the best from every single thing and left the rest, I guess. W dog poop strat. What's poppin', fam? Just tapping in. My guy RJV, appreciate you, brother. Hope you crushed it today. Just to note, as I understand the concept, is it different time frames that catches me and bombs me out? Example, 5 minute, 15 minute and discount, but the 1 minute and 4 hour. I got you. I'll cover that on the video. I got you. Just because it's very I'm gonna take a picture of that. It's a very, I guess, easy concept, but it could be complex. So I'm gonna try to make a 10-15 minute video kind of explaining that. But in the gist of it, right? In the gist of it, I wouldn't be expecting price on a 5 minute. If I'm expecting price to come to discount on this leg, and the 5 minute is currently here, I'm not expecting it to go back to premium, because I'm expecting the 5 minute to deliver lower out of a 30 minute bearish gap in premium. With a 50 ES was at a 15 minute bearish gap, right? So I'm expecting price to trade lower. If the 15 minute is basically at the peak, right? If this is what price is doing, and from this point, I'm expecting price to trade lower, right? The 5 minute and 1 minute more than likely are not gonna wait for me, right? We're just gonna do this, retrace to fair value gap order block, trade lower, fair value gap order block, trade lower, just to achieve discount of this leg. Once we get there, price will then have a reaction and trade up to essentially premium of the leg if price wants to keep doing what it has been doing, right? And in that case, that's when these smaller legs will either have a retracement to a fair value gap, order block, or equilibrium, right? So it gets very, not complex, it's pretty straightforward, but I understand why it could be complex, because you're looking at different time frames. And that's what makes it hard, because if you just simply look at one time frame, you're like, oh yeah, fucking easy. But it's combining all time frames and putting them together and meshing a thesis together, right? That makes it complicated. So I'll make a very in-depth video. I got you. How come that YouTube video of yours took 3 hours to make? Brother, it's because I filmed one that was like, I kid you not, I kept on yapping, and I realized that I was like at the 30-minute mark, and I was like, holy fuck. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. Let me just restart. So I restarted, and because I did it all in one cut, or one take. So I restarted, and then I took about 15 minutes or so, I think. And just to find out that I wasn't recording. So I did it again, because I hit stop, but I forgot I hit stop. And so I did it again, and yeah, and then I fucking put it into, I was essentially not so much editing it, but put it into CapCut and exported it, and then put it up on you. Like the whole process of uploading and stuff, I was probably exaggerating, not 3 hours, maybe like a little bit over 2 hours, 2.5. But still, like with the little, maybe whatever snack break in between, it took about 3 hours. Just got something that you have just showed kind of how. I thought my mouse just got something what you have just showed kind of how. What do you mean? Just subscribe. Thanks for your wisdom, my guy. Appreciate you. 2 points away from TP. Literally. 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 We'll see if we take out these lows. If we do, then I would reassess. But so far, 1 for 1, a little bit over 1R. Fire session so far. So far, yesterday was up 3R for PM. Today, a little bit over 1R. Call it 3.5 or round up. Yes, now you catch my thoughts. Thank you. Got you, brother. I like the computer programming. If this, then that input works phenomenal. Yeah, and also thinking like this chat. This is a pretty good. I think everyone should do this. Is like when you're in a trade, and say you're short biased. Think of where you would get in if you were long, and think about where you would place your stops if you were long. So if you're really patient, you can essentially get in where you would have taken a. It sounds weird, but it works, right? Kind of think about the opposite, because when you're looking for shorts, all you can think about is shorts, and you're not thinking about the opposite side, right? So the moment you start kind of looking at where trap traders are on a chart, because when you look at it's essentially kind of the trade I took that I take every single day is like I wait for certain things to get hit, and when I see an area where I for example, my morning trade came off of the idea that we rebalanced into a 15-minute gap, right? Displacement higher, we have London highs, 5-minute fair value gap, bounced on prior week low. I feel like a lot of people probably tried to long a potential higher low. When I caught that and I saw these 1-minute invert, in my head, I was already drawing this premium of the range out. Not in my head, I actually drew it out. Premium discount, we're at premium of the range. If you guys go on my story and watch the video on my story, I talked about this on the Discord. And right here, I was like, okay, if price wants to go lower, it should go lower from here. And that's exactly what we did. We got an invert. And again, I was just targeting discount of the range, which was somewhere around here. So played out, right? And that's exactly where we kind of stagnated until we started trading lower, I guess, right? But it was because of the idea that if price wanted to move higher, it should have done so after we inverted, after we rebalanced a 15-minute gap, 15-minute gap, 5-minute gap. And if we really want to continue, we should hold this. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, if I was in a long, I would be stressing if I saw this. I'm like, all right, my stop's going to get hit. That's what I would be thinking. My stop's going to get hit. I tried a 15-minute fair value gap entry. It failed. 30-minute, let's see, 30-minute gap entry, 30-minute breaker. It looks perfect to the upside. We left kind of relative equal highs up here, but people are missing context. Context and how to use context, it's in this way, right? So now what I did was, okay, let's slap on a short with the idea that if people were long, this was all this shouldn't have happened. And what am I looking to target? I'm not looking to target my overall objective or draw. I'm looking to target the low-hanging fruit, right? Low-hanging fruit, and that's exactly what I did, right? There. So that's kind of what I mean. Like, look for areas where traders are trapped, and it'll save you a lot of stress. Okay, objective achieved, chat. Objective is now achieved. Fuck yeah. Full on. The draw for the session that I mentioned earlier just got hit. I mentioned I took my TP. I'll walk you guys through exactly the trade I took here, which was only about less than a 10-minute hold, but managed to catch the move that I wanted. And we are now at the objective. Let's see. How's the 4-hour looking now? So again, like I mentioned, chat, the overall objective would be 520 or 519. So we'll see what happens here. We are displacing lower with speed. So ideally, I'd want us to hold these lows and have price retrace up to that area of interest that I mentioned earlier. If that does happen, that'd be nice. But if we want to continue, then it's okay. I probably won't partake in it. Where's my my logo at, chat? Where my logo at? Ah. You know what? I should probably have something like this for on OBS. That way I'm not looking for it constantly. Yeah, I'm gonna work on that later. Nice move into from calling out the top, right, to taking out my position here. Saying that the draw was ultimately, or sorry, the draw was gonna be around the, what is it? The exact low, 5696 or whatever, with the overall draw being the 520 because it's discount of the higher time frame, right? All this was literally talked about live, executed live, and yeah, hopefully it helped form some of you guys' narrative, and that's, I guess, the overall objective. Man, price is moving. Price is moving. Price just took half off. Jennifer, killing it. Killing it, Miggy. Killing it. Hands off here. Gonna see what how we react off the low. Let's see. All right, so we took out the low of day essentially. Now the overall draw becomes 520. 520. Let's see if we can hit it now. So what I'm gonna do is here, let me delete everything, clean up my charts. As you guys know, I hate dirty charts. The draw, still that, right? For one. Took out low of day. Let's see, where can we rebalance back into? So we'll see if we can maybe perhaps leave that 15-minute unfilled. Something like that, where we can come back to retrace into. I want to see a little bit more from price here, given we just took out the low. I don't want to be fading the low of the low of day, or I don't want to be shorting the low of day. That displacement into low of day is what I do like. but just waiting for now. 1 hour. The 1 hour closes here in the next 12 minutes or so. 30-minute closes in the next 12 minutes or so, and then of course the 15 closes in the next 12 minutes or so. So this 5-minute gap was very displacive. 15-minute there's a 15-minute breaker here. Breaker. The last down candle before the up move. 30-minute breaker as well. Basically a 1 hour order block here as well, which is that last up candle. Right? So let's title it 1 minute, not 1 minute, 1 hour. Bearish OB. Where's the new day, new week? Low, let's see, 4 hour, 1 hour. So if the 1 hour close how it's looking, then the next hourly candle goes and retraces back into the order block on the hourly. 15-minute would be, and if we could stay inside the 15-minute gap, 15-minute breaker, 5-minute displacive. Yeah, gonna wait and wait for the next 10 minutes or so. Let the candle close here on the 1 hour and the 15-minute. So I want to see how the 15-minute closes here. For now, where's ES at? So ES took out this low. There's divergence here with the lows. Let's see, delete that. Now we'll see if price wants to go up to premium. Yeah, we'll see if ES wants to go. I don't know if it wants to, but wants to go to premium. Yeah, this is the kind of action that I'm going to be very selective and patient on. We're coming from a range. People look at the displacement move to the downside since stream started, which we called, but they ignore that we just took out low of day in a range session environment, essentially. So yeah, I'm gonna be patient. Don't look to short right away. Let price build. Don't be too in a rush, right? Let price form. Let price build, and there's no need to rush it. Take the trade when you see it, and if you don't see it, there's nothing wrong with your perspective, right? It's just price needs to build. TP'd 9.2K, largest trade ever, and I'm at work. My dog, I'm gonna fire my bosses. They don't deserve my talent. Fuck yeah, Blink. Love it. I love it. I love it. Because it just to the low, isn't it supposed to back up to premium? It doesn't have to go up to premium. It doesn't have to, not necessarily. Like we can, if price really wants to, we can displace off this 5-minute gap, right? But that's not what I'm looking to trade. Why? Because we already took out sell side, right? So in this case, I would ideally love for price to go up to some higher time frame PD array, which would be essentially like a 15-minute, 30-minute, and hourly. So if you can trade up to the hourly order block, right? Hourly order block after the new hourly opens. 15-minute breaker sits around that area. 15-minute fair value gap would sit around that area. So now we have stacked confluences, right? We have stacked reasons to believe that price could reject and trade lower into our draw, right? But if that doesn't happen, I'm not going to be mad if price just sells off from this area, because price can do what it wants to do. I'm just here to react, right? And here in this given moment, I don't want to be a part of this, right? Fire trade though. Fire trade that we took, chat. It doesn't have to come back to premium. That's why you have to be able to shift buys depending on your trade. Yeah, you got it, Blink. I lost one trade, a poor entry, made another trade, got waked out on my third one. Fuck yeah. What's up, Lomeli? Dougie Frizzle. What's up, my guy? I'm speaking right now. Melly taught me that just in my short time watching him. Oh, fuck yeah, Blink. I'm glad you're taking it in. I thought that was all you. Yeah, you hit it on the dot. Like it's almost like you're natural. But yeah, price doesn't have to go up to premium, but it can, right? I'm just here to stack confluences and take what I can get, which I did. I took what I can get, what I got, what I was convicted on, and I take a step back. How do you feel when price pulls back and leaves a candle with no wick? I'm very hesitant to trade against that because mostly every candle has an upper and lower wick. If that doesn't give me one, then it depends on where we are structurally too, right? Is it a good idea to hold sells until clear reversal or just close any runners? It's your call. But shit, given where we are now, depending on where your entry is, like if you got in where I got in up here and you're still holding runners, oh shit, I would keep holding runners till the overall draw. Even if you pull back into this area and let structure build, your stop is still protected up where we got in, right? We are very, very displacive to the downside. We'll see how the next 5-minute candle closes here. Here, let's clean up ES as well, chat. Let's clean up ES. We got the swing low. Swing low, then we have a 4-hour gap fill. Then we have, those are the only two levels I really need. Then 1 hour, we have the 1 hour order block. Title it 1 hour order block. We have we have 15-minute, let's see, we're 15-minute discount of the range. Hello, why are you barking? Freaking dog is barking. It's either an Amazon delivery guy or... 1 second. So where do we leave off on? We said 4 hour. We have a bearish order block. We have a 30-minute swing high to low. Let's see where I already drew that premium discount. Let's use the clean one. Let's do this one. Yeah, I guess premium would only be up here. 5-minute. We have a swing high. We're literally at the opening print for ES. We'll see if that can be the driving force to push us higher here or if we just dump. Yeah, currently waiting on the 1 hour to close here. When that does, all time frames will close the 15-minute, the 5-minute, the 30-minute. And going to see if we catch another short here before stream ends. 1 second, chat. 1 second. All right, we're back, chat. I locked my girlfriend out the house. How do you feel when price pulls back and leave? Okay, I already answered that. Is it a good idea to wholesale? I already answered that. Waited all day for these shorts. Appreciate your analysis. Got you, princess. I was profitable for 2 years and then decided that I should get a real job. This is proving I should fire my bosses. I love this shit. I came back as 365 and I passed all my evals first try. Blake, I'm glad we were, I guess, the fire, right? But it's all you. It's all your hard work and time. You can't take that away from anybody. Mastermind 5, 6, 7, 15 gang. Gang knows. Fire. Yeah, actually, I was Mastermind 5.0 as well. I thought we would stop dumping, just blew an account. Fuck. It's all good, Logan. Reset. No reason to beat yourself up. It happened already. You got the skills, you know? You'll be back. What kind of dog do you have, bro? I have a poodle. Or actually, technically it's my girlfriend's, but bro's living rent-free here. Nah, when I kind of raised him as well, so it's both our dogs. Yeah. But he just he doesn't really bark unless there's people either at the door or I guess he serves as an alarm. I have a Westie. Love dogs. What kind of dog is a Westie? Let me see. Oh shit, okay. Hell yeah. Yeah, similar vibe. It's a small little dog I got too. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny how, I don't know, dogs really they sense energy. Alarms. Yeah, who needs alarm service when you got a dog right at your door? Yeah, I love dogs. It's funny, like I talked about it on my Instagram when like he's been through my whole trading journey. Literally picked him up maybe 2 years into my trading journey, and I had this keyboard. So I've had the same PC and the same keyboard. The only thing I've switched throughout my journey were the monitors. Every time I'd be done, I'd hit Control Alt Delete, right? And then I'd shut down my computer. Every time I hit that, I would go outside. So my dog developed to learn those 3 keys. So he kind of chills literally right next to me. So whenever he hears those keys, he goes crazy. He literally walks to the door and expects me to take him out. So it's like, it's his cue to think, okay, it's walk time now. It's fucking hilarious. And I didn't pick that up until literally like 1.5 years ago. I'm like, every time I would hit it, he got like quicker and quicker with it. So now he'll be like in the living room chilling and I'll hit it. And then you just hear him jump off and start kind of paddling towards the office, which is funny. It's from the sound of the bark, that's the dog I thought you had. Oh no, that's not the dog I have. That's the dog Rye Guy has. I have a poodle, which is slightly different, but it's about the same size. They're little dogs. Pets are like our kids. Actually, yeah, actually, you'd be surprised. Fucking spoiled. I'm stressing about a trade. My dog comes over and nudges me, and it's the cutest thing they said. Bro, yeah, Miggy. Kid you not, through my lowest times, like dogs fucking sense energy. Like they'll get up. It's the craziest thing. Like he'll come and like move my arm up and, you know, cuddle with you in the couch, and it's crazy. Like it's crazy to the sense that they make you think twice about why you're mad. You're like, what the fuck? Like bro, what I be thinking is like, bro really got me, huh? And then it's crazy. Like when you're all hyper and energetic, they sense it too. They start getting the zoomies and shit. Bro, right, Blink? I didn't train the dog trained me. Yeah, I think on your IG you were talking about the dog, but I'm where's the dog, bro? Dogs understand your energy better than girlfriends? Bro, it's crazy. Bro, it's crazy because they do, huh? All right, so we're literally, chat, what did I say? Price, not interested in shorting this level because I want to see the full, oh, okay. Let's actually get to it. The hourly candle just closed. So let's see if we get a retracement to that hourly order block. Let's see. Hourly order block, 15-minute fair value gap, 15-minute breaker, high to low. That's about equilibrium. I'd be looking to take another trade stab. This one on strictly evals. Just given I caught my I caught my move essentially. I caught the move I wanted. I locked in profits. So now this would be strictly on an eval if I do take it, right? So I'm looking for this area to hold here. Looking for that area to hold and look for a continuation play down into 520. If this area holds. If it doesn't and continues trading higher, more than likely done, and we'll run the giveaway. So we just tapped into the hourly order block here. And in these scenarios, I'm looking at the candle closures, chat. If you pay attention, there is 10 minutes left into the 15-minute candle, right? If we get an entry and the entry turns out to be somewhere down here, for example, and there's still 10 minutes left, that leads me to believe that the 15-minute candle will more than likely close bearish if we get an entry somewhere like down here, right? So it's one thing that I'm paying attention to. We just tapped into premium of the range, right? So we got the hourly order block. We got, how's a 4-hour looking? 4-hour opening print essentially. We're in premium of the range. There's a small little gap here on the 30-minute for ES. Yes, just traded back into an invert. Let's see. Just placed higher. So yeah, now I'm looking at the 1 minute. This would be strictly on evals. Just to see if I can catch a nice little move here. The first take was a good enough winner for me to lock it in and call it a day on those accounts. I literally just closed the tab out. So for this would be strictly on an eval. But yeah, looking for the dump down into the 520 level. And would be looking to take a trade. So again, chat, look at how the 15-minute is developing. In real time, if you pay attention to real time, it's slowly creating like this big upper wick. And if I can catch that upper wick, we just got this invert there. Let's see how we trade. Got this 1 minute invert, but I'd ideally want us to invert both of them. Like that. and ideally get a change in state. Would that be nice? We'll see if we can do this. This would be strictly on an eval, given I already locked in profits for my accounts. There's 8 minutes left on these on the 15-minute candle. So let's see. Once this 1 minute closes, if it can close below that change in state, not quite yet, but we did get the invert. Okay, I'm looking to take it. I'm in shorts here. In shorts here, targeting that same 520 level, chat. 520 level, which I'm looking to target. $5.20. 5 minutes. Fire, chat. Let's see if we can go 2 for 2 in second shorts with eval. On account. Let's see. In second trade, shorts with eval. What eval? Eval TP at 520. Stop loss at a high, which would be the 754. Let's see if it plays out. The 15-minute is looking, this is what I mean, chat. If we look at the 15-minute chart, the 15-minute chart is looking very bearish, and there's 5 minutes left. So if the next 5 minutes can continue dumping, this candle would be extremely bearish and would lead me to believe that price can take out our objective at the 520 level, right? So if that can happen, I'm positioning myself in the essentially upper end of the 15-minute wick, and anticipating that big, not that big sell-off, that 15-minute to close essentially bearish, right? So that 5-minute candle closure was nice. Now let's see if we can continue. Let's see if we can continue past this 5-minute invert, small little invert here. Let's see. So long we can close below that 5-minute invert. This is looking nice to the downside. Let's see. Let's play some Born Slippy. Let's see. Yeah, I'm liking where we rejected. I like the 15. So there's 4 minutes left on that 15-minute bar. Let's see if we can continue close outside of the bearish gap here. We tap my area of interest, which I mentioned, chat. So let's see if we can go 2 for 2 today. If not, no biggie. So we're currently respecting that bullish gap there. In discount of the range. So that's not the greatest. I'd want to see ideally price reject. If price is bearish, we should reject this box here. But if not, then I'm okay with taking a stop on these evals. Again, I already locked it in for the day, but looking to see if I can catch a PM sell-off here. We traded into that changes state here on the 1 minute. Let's see if that rejects. Let's see. What's up, Braga? Which account are you giving away today? It is a, I honestly don't even know. I have to check. It's a 25K growth account, I believe. Tradeify. When do you normally trade in the afternoons? Like, what's the best time? What do you mean? What's the best time? Afternoons, I pop in every day at 1:30 to 3:30, and if there's a trade opportunity, I take it. If not, then I don't. So let's see. Ideally, I'd want us to hold this area straight to the downside. If not, then okay, we're eating the stop on the eval. But again, looking for that PM dump here into we traded into premium now, this smaller leg, right? Or actually not yet, not quite. Let's see if this 1 minute inverts here. Let's see if this 1 minute little gap here inverts. If it does, looking good. Yo, Methodic, my dog. How's it going, brother? What did I miss? You missed a short trade that we took from premium to discount up here. We caught this move essentially, and we've been patient we caught it pretty early into stream, and now I took this one on evals to see if we can catch a continuation sell-off here. See if we can, if I can take advantage of it. We rebalanced off the hourly order block here in premium of the range. 30-minute breaker, 15-minute breaker, 15-minute fair value gap. There's 30 seconds left on this 15-minute bar, which the closure I like. We traded to the discount of this smaller leg. Now we're trading up at almost premium, so still liking it. But let's see if we can go 2 for 2 on the trade callouts, or regardless, I'm happy with my execution. I took my main trade, locked it in, and now taking this on a eval. I just want to make it clear. We're currently rejecting that 1 minute change in state here. Let's see if we can dump. Let's see. Let's go back to what we were playing. Hell yeah. Yeah, you catch anything today, Methodic? I missed a good day, man. Caught a pre-market move, but missed AM. Yeah, AM session was pretty good, at least for me. For the downside, it was a pretty easy read. It just required patience. But I think it was a pretty easy, straightforward read. Let's see. How is everyone doing? I hope you guys did amazing today. We are approaching the later end of stream in this second trade. Looking to see if I can catch a continuation trade into the sell-off. What made it a straightforward read? It wasn't that it was straightforward, but I mean, with the big displacement we had overnight, I think it just required patience for you to catch a potential lower high, right? That's what I mean by straightforward. I think longs weren't that obvious or straightforward. I think if you waited for the right entry on the downside, you capitalize, right? And that's exactly what I did. You guys can see it on my Instagram. Took a trade off of this area. Literally caught this move. Let's see. This is a 5 minute. 5 minutes looking good. Yeah, so long we displace past these lows, I think the trade, it's full TP, chat. Let's see. Big displacement, chat. Big displacement. I want to see big displacement. Let's see. As soon as this trade either hits TP or stop loss, we'll run the giveaway. Let's see. We're still hovering around that 5 minute small little gap. 30 minute closes here in the next 12 minutes. Yeah, candle closures are very, very, very important. Because if you can, if you guys are still watching, at this point, the candle was looking very bullish, right? And I mentioned, if I get an entry in this area, the 15 minute is going to close very bearish, which is exactly what it did. So paying attention to candle closures is very, very key. But now it's still looking good. Anything can happen, right? But yeah, now it's just a waiting game, chat. Literally a waiting game. Yeah, big moves overnight session leads to continuation once the first 30 minutes. Exactly, methodic. You got it. Just what you have to be patient and not really be too zoomed in. I traded Asia last night with a great read on. Like some experienced traders probably caught both 9/3 Judah swing and shorts for trend continuation from overnight. Yeah, sometimes I can get a read on that, but today I wasn't able to get a read on longs, which was unfortunate, but that's what I'm gonna go back and review on. But the shorts I was waiting on and it came and I executed. Oh, back, are you going for that 520 level? Going not that far. It's a 4-hour swing low. 4-hour swing low, and that's the only level we have. So the 5 minute close below that 5 minute invert, so it's looking good. Looking good for the downside. Looking good, man. And ES has a low of day. Let's set an alert here, low of day on ES. And 4-hour low would be down there. And then 4-hour low. Did I set? Yeah, I set an alert already. But yeah, we're all set with alerts here. But let's see. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Can we go 2 for 2 today, chat? All right, if this hits, I pass my eval. Fuck yeah. Hopefully it hits for Kelvin. Literally, yeah, at this point, it's literally just a waiting game, chat. There's not much I can really break down here other than it's looking good, but things can change as the trade develops, right? Things can change. For now, though, it's looking pretty good. The 30 minute here closed in the next 8 minutes, which if it closes red, it's looking good. The hourlies went from red to green in the first 20 minutes. The 5 minute, let's see, 5 minutes rejecting this, currently trading inside this bullish gap that went invert. Yeah, literally gonna set and forget this. Perhaps maybe run the giveaway, collect the names. You're still in shorts, Miggy? Fuck. Let's go. Hopefully your TP hits, man, or our TP hits. For your information, also watch your short video. For people on this stream that would like the supplement value that Lomeli is providing here, check it out. Methodic approved. My guy, appreciate you, brother. Yeah, for those watching, Methodic has been crushing it. We trade pretty identical, so it's appreciate the love, brother. Normally I don't follow streamers, but why not? My dog. Stop is 7454. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, Miggy. Bro, yeah, to hold it for that long, Miggy, you're... Props to you. First trade, very smooth. Yeah, hell yeah. Are you trailing stops? No. It's methodical. Let's see. Let's collect the names while trade develops. That way, let's see. Stream Labs, not Stream East. Holy shit, we're getting a big displacement move higher, huh? That is not what I want to see. Okay, I'm waiting on the giveaway just to see if this gets tagged out. Or if we continue. Not yet. Giveaway is not yet. I'm just practicing. You know what? Fuck it. We'll run it. We'll run it. Let's see. Start giveaway. Okay, giveaway is open for 5 minutes. I'll probably leave it open for about 3 minutes. And I'll close it if we get tagged out or if the trade continues. But yeah, it's open, so go ahead and enter. Exclamation point entry gets you 1 entry on this giveaway. So here, chat, ideally what I'd want to see from price as you guys are entering is I would want to see this 1 minute go invert. If that 1 minute can go invert, this is looking good. But if it can't go invert, it will take us out. So it all depends on how we react off this 1 minute gap here. Go ahead and enter away 25K giveaway. Gonna take a quick leak. Be right back. Enter away. Oh, giveaway should be open for another 3 minutes. Give me 1 minute. I'm back, chat. I'm back. Giveaway should be open for another 2 minutes here. We'll be running it soon. We'll close it in the next minute or so. Did we get divergence with the S by any chance? No, we didn't. There's about 40 seconds left, chat. 40 seconds. 40 seconds left. There's 2 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. So let's see how this 5-minute candle closes. This 5-minute closes bearish and we get this invert. This is looking good for the downside, which I can then move my stop. I'd probably keep the original one. So there's another, if we get an invert here on the next minute, 90 seconds, this trade is looking valid still. Otherwise, take a hit on the EVA. Okay, it's open for the next 10 or so seconds. 10 or so seconds left, chat. You don't have to enter multiple times. One entry will give you the same chances as 2,000 entries. All right, ready, chat? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, collected names, all done. You can stop spamming entry. And the giveaway winner is Trader 007NQ. You have won. I believe you have won before, right? Trader 007, are you on here? Have you won, brother? Yeah, congrats to you have one, right? Trader 007. Remember your username. Now, congrats, my guy. Wait, actually, no. You have. I'm a little mixed up on what I should do, honestly, chat. I remember your name. You have one, brother. Right? But the only reason I have it reran. Oh yeah, congrats to the winner, but Just actually curious, because I might be tripping. He said he ain't stitching on himself. That shit, have me staying quiet too. Oh man, he's waiting for you to issue and be like, oh yeah, I won, but I already reported it. Bye. No one's getting banned here. No, none of that. Genuinely confused, chat. Like nothing against you, Trader 007. I remember sending you a code. Shit. Have you won before, Trader 007, or no? Just yes or no on the chat. That's all. You can check his history by clicking his name. Oh yeah, he's been active. He's been solid. Yeah, solid guy. But I just please type Lomeli in the chat. All right, I'm stuck between. I still don't speak English, Lomeli. Bro, what is this guy? Hold on, let me. I'm here managing my position and also. Let me see. One second, chat. One second, chat. Let me get this sorted. Oh shit, my guy methodic with the translation. Yeah, let me circle back with this. Yeah, okay, so you did get an account. Okay, so you got an account a while ago, reroll. You won one a long time ago. You won one, I think it was okay, cool. We'll rerun then. Okay. All right, let's rerun it then. All right, the giveaway winner is Noise Vision. I swear to God, chat, Noise Vision, you fucking manifested that shit, man. Lomeli, today's the day, please. I'm not even joking, chat. What the fuck? Oh, my soul really worked. Congratulations, Noise Boys. If you haven't won yet, DM me on Instagram. And brother, Trader 007, nothing against you, my guy. I just remember you had won already. Yeah, God bless you, brother. Nothing against you, my guy. It's just we're letting other people have the opportunity to win here, and I just remembered your name, but I just didn't want to. Wasn't sure. Yeah, DM me, my guy. Noise Vision. He's a bot. I won on IG with Rake, so it didn't show I won. Was picked on Mitch stream and declined. I'd rather someone else win. Yeah, fuck yeah, Miggy. Yeah, I got you. No, just DM me on Instagram with your YouTube handle, and I got you with the code here. So my trade, good luck, y'all. My guy, Trader 007, I love you, brother. Nothing against you. It bugs me, but nothing against you, my guy. Love you. Cute little plot twist. So Noise Vision, yeah, if you haven't already won, brother, I guess I didn't ask you that. Have you won before? Trade is literally not doing jack shit, looking like it's gonna get tagged out here. So if you won once, can you enter the drawing again? You could. I guess there's no specific time period. We talked about it with the other hosts, and so long there's a reasonable amount, like say you won in week 1, perhaps you can do it again, but just a reasonable amount of time, right? You can't win last week and then win again this week, right? Or win 2-3 weeks ago. So for now, I'd say if you won, this is just my take, it might be different. We have to run it by with Jake, but say you won week 1, I'd say you're valid to win again, right? We're already at week 10. But if you won 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, then I'd say hold off, right? But there's no set time, I guess. Transparency and fairness is the giveaway. That's what makes chat and live stream trustworthy. Thank you. My guy, love you for not taking it personal, brother. My guy, Noise Vision. Okay, you haven't won? Got you. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just waiting on the DM if you haven't sent it already, and I got you. Got you. Yeah, so that was hectic. I had to shoot a message to Jake real quick, and we got it all sorted out. But now, let's get back into the trade, as it's literally, like, I want to stay on, but I have to leave. I'll stay on for another 5 minutes just to see if we get a dump. We're still hovering around this general area. You've been here for 10 weeks and still haven't won? It'll come. So long you stay showing up, brother, the odds are just getting better and better. Odds are just getting better and better. Let's see. West. Still waiting on the DM, my guy. Noise Visions. Noise Visions, if you haven't DM'd me yet. Need Born Slippy. Jennifer, you called it. For Noise Visions, oh, you said we'll DM you now. I thought you said DM'd you now. You said yes, just hold on. My bad. I thought you said you DM'd me already. My bad. Okay, yeah, just waiting. This trade is literally at my entry point. I'm not doing shit. So we'll see what the last, the 50, I'm gonna stay around for about 1250. So the next 5 minutes to see if that last 10 minute typically has a lot of volatility, see if it drives us to TP. But if not, then getting tagged out here so long we keep holding this 1 minute inversion or 1 minute gap here. But yeah. From where are you short? So I took one short in the morning, or not in the morning, early in PM session, which was this one. I forgot where my stop was, somewhere around there. It took my exit literally here. And now this was on my accounts, and I mentioned that this one was on an eval. So currently in this one from literally right here. But just waiting to see if the last 10 minutes get some volatility into draw, being 520. All right, literally just sat down, standing all fucking day. Lomeli, I'm out. Tuned in for support. Happy with my pre-market W. Have a good one. My guy, Methodic, have a good one, brother. Have DM'd you? My guy, got you. I'll check in right now. Yeah, that last 4 minutes should be very interesting. We'll see if it drives us towards TP or towards stop loss. Let's see, chat. Staying around for that last, literally towards that 50, so 3 more minutes. We'll see if we can get it. Let's see, chat. Can we get a dump in the last 12 minutes of market? Chat, if this hits TP, this hits TP, man, what a day. Go 2 for 2. Let's see what the next 90 seconds does. All right, so Trader 007, are you on here? We just spoke to HR, going back and forth with Jake, and we are granting you an account just because of how consistent you've been. So there was 2 giveaways today. Noise Visions 1 and Trader 007. If you're still on here, you've been very consistent. So if you're still on here, regardless, I saw your DM, so I got you. Yeah, fire. Let's see what the next 30 seconds does. But Jake approved or is granting you another account. So there's technically 2 giveaway winners today. Just given your consistency, you've been in a lot of base. I went through your history. You literally almost been on every stream, which deserves an account. Let's see what the next 5 seconds does. Let's see if if it stops us out or it goes towards TP. Let's see. Let's see what the volatility brings here. W guys, W Jake. That's all Jake. Go, what a decision. Yeah, so I don't think he's on here anymore, but I'll DM him. Let's see. Yeah, not the volatility I was expecting here for the last man, this trade has gotten nowhere. Yeah, so Trader 007, if you're not in here, I guess I'll DM you, but 2 giveaways today. So we traded into that bearish 5-minute gap. Let's see if that's the driving force to push us lower here. If that is, we should go down to TP, but we'll see. Has to do so now because the futures market or equities will close here soon. So we'll see if we can trade back below this 1-minute invert. If it holds, most likely getting tagged out here on this eval. We need some Born Slippy up in the mix. Let's see if we can get a dump here towards, it's very far-fetched, but the last 7-8 minutes. Let's see what we can get. And if we continue hovering around break-even price, then I'll more than likely just scratch it, but gonna give this the last, up until close, essentially. Might hop off here soon, but slip slide down. Might hop off soon, but gonna be here for another minute or so. I've used Instagram so way back. Looks like they have apparently suspended me. Huh. Let's see. Can you make another one? Oh wait, no, I got your DM, brother. Oh, I see what you mean. So you created a whole new account? Yeah, so you created a new account or what? Is that the one you sent me on? Yeah, I got your DM though, so it should be good. Should be good. Man, fucking Price doesn't want to do shit. I'll probably... Should I just scratch it here? The winners today are funny as fuck. like today's giveaway winners do not want accounts. Or the first one did... No, I'm playing. No, I'm playing. All jokes. But I did get your DM, brother. I did get your DM. Yeah, I guess good thing you told me, because if I would have seen that, I would have been like, it looks like an account that was just made. Yep, wrong direction, chat. Yeah, we're fighting time now. There's 5 minutes left on equities market, which is not good, ideally, even if we're right on direction. It's so anticlimactic. Yeah, all good, Noise. All good. Man, this action is not doing shit. I mean, I guess it is doing shit. Just on the opposite side of where it should be doing shit. But regardless, it was on eval, so that's, I guess, good. Locked in profits, and that's what matters. But now, trying to stay on to see if we get a dump, because although I am technically not wrong on it, still time is working against us, because equities market at least does close, and volatility tends to die down after. So ES took out the high, so that's a divergence there. Yeah, just take me out or close. Market closes in the next 3 minutes or so. 3 minutes. So probably we'll stay on till then. Let's see. History. Ibiza. Not doing jack shit here, chat. Where's Wrong at? He's popping in at what is it? What time is it? 7 p.m. Eastern time. 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm kind of overwatching this shit. Back to break even we go. Let's see. I'm staying on just in case there's like a random spike to the downside, which typically sometimes happens the last couple of minutes before market close or into market close, right? Equities market close. Oh shit, there's my Facebook account. It's also logged out. Can I give you my email? Send me the email on the DM, brother. Unless you're okay with popping it up here, but I'd say just Send me the email and the DM. Should we just take BE? It's frustrating. You can. I'm in on an eval, so it doesn't like I mentioned. So I'm not really stressing over it. I'm gonna let it play out. I'm gonna let it play out, and that eval. What time do you have to close evals at? 10 or 15 minutes past close. So I'm gonna hold it till then, and you can. If you're stressing about it, close for break even, I'd say. Waiting. Last minute before market closes here. We'll for sure hop off here in the next minute or so. Let's see, chat. Let's see if we get a dump towards draw here at the close. All right, back at profit. Let's see. Let's see. Back in the green. Let's see if the last, there we go. So equities market just closed. Let's see if we continue dumping. Let's see. Another candle like the one we had the minute before, and we're looking very good towards TP. Let's see, chat. This has been a very frustrating hold as far as we traded up close to stop loss, came back down to break even, came back up to close to stop loss, came back down to slightly in profit again. So if you're over today, I'd say just close it. But again, I'm not stressing about it, so I'm giving it the next 10 minutes or so. Let's see. Let's see, chat. You were trading one mini on 25K account, blew it on half past the other, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, that's how evals are, essentially, right? I think you did well. Couple days last week. Yeah, literally last week, I think one day after the close, I hopped off just to see the trade play out. And I wish I kind of would have stayed on stream, so that's kind of what I'm doing now. Approaching the 3-hour mark, chat. Yeah, we're looking good. It's just that time is against us here. We got Lomeli after hours. Nah, none of that. What time do you, chat, what time do we have to close the evals? I know there's a cutoff time, right? Is it 10 minutes after? I'm trading alpha futures evals. Is a cutoff 10 minutes after, 15, 40? You guys know? Said you DM me your email. Got you. I got it. I got it. But regardless, I'm gonna send you the code at your on your wife's Instagram. You're out, Jay. See you later, brother. You've held 30 minutes after, but I don't know, to be honest. Not sure, Alpha. Let me see. Quick little Google search. Alpha. Alpha futures market close time. Futures Alpha stops futures trading at so 20 minutes after. Yeah, okay, so it's 20 minutes after. So we have until 1:20. So we have 15 minutes to see this play out. Yeah, regardless, chat, I'm stepping off. I'm gonna step off and let this either hit key or stop loss, or I'll close it here in the next 15, sorry. Yeah, regardless, chat, I'm all out of here. Close to 3-hour stream. I'm gonna step out and touch some grass, go get a workout, and yeah. Get going. Great day, Lomeli. Always appreciate your streams. Everyone else too, but appreciate your discipline and patience. My guy, appreciate you. Be creative. Miggy, see you later. See you later. I was gonna say see you, Miggy. See you later, Miggy. Yeah, appreciate every single one of you guys. Today we managed to catch a banger short early in stream. Called it out. Everything from the point of entry, area of interest, and what my draw was for the session, and managed to take another stab here on evals, which I'm currently in. And currently around break even, so I guess you could say 1 for 1, right? So that's it for me, chat. Ron will be on here in the next 3 hours, 7 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, in the next 3 hours, and then Azeng, and then Jake, and then Mitch, and then myself, and the cycle continues. All right, chat. That's it for me. Let me get the codes away for these giveaway winners and get going. Peace. Later.